Anyway, last time, you guys were going about your day-to-day lives at the Brighter Futures Academy, lovely charter school in Kirby, Florida. Good old Florida. I've never actually been to Florida. I've heard literally nothing positive.
They have Disneyland.
It's really sunny.
No, they have a Disneyland.
There was a really good episode of The Pretender that took place in
The
Florida.
thing is that
There's CSI Miami.
people have
That's not a plus.
have constant access to police scanner records and stuff. So that's where people are saying like Florida
Good place
man,
to die.
because that's all the information that they know.
Anyway, you were going about your day-to-day lives when the school was attacked by Triskaideka, a gang of 13 supervillains, who proceeded to corral you all up into the gym and give you a rather lackluster speech. It didn't really seem like their hearts were in this particular heist. They told you they were planning on destroying the school's buses. They all headed out to the bus garage, which promptly exploded with force of Moab, or something similar. One of them survived, the headless headsman, his scissor head,
Well,
who
and
you
then
proceeded to
Brendan-
then fight, and Brendan tore his scissor head off, and then tried to smuggle it and hide it in his supply closet in his office.
Because that's a thing that makes a lot of sense.
Well, obviously, I mean, you want to keep evidence of your murders lying around. Preferably in a place that's intimately associated with you, like an office or a home. You don't want to put it somewhere where, like, conceivably anyone could have been there. Maybe, give yourself some wiggle room for an alibi.
Why would you want to do
I
that?
mean, that would be just silly. More importantly, the school has suffered extensive damage. The bus garage is gone, as are all of the school buses within it. They have been atomized. The gymnasium has collapsed. There are enormous holes in the walls where various supervillains decided to leap through the wall as opposed to, using a door. Numerous amounts of furniture have been destroyed, smashed by a gang of clone ladies hitting everything with bats. Many of the computers have been destroyed. Numerous holes in the wall, barely been patched together. It's actually been a week or two since the attack. You guys have had some time to get acquainted with your new friends, who you met after the bus garage exploded, when they, some of them at least, introduced themselves in your minds, and gave you kick-ass superpowers, which are only kind of unsettling. And, sometimes they ask you to do stuff that, you might consider, not very nice. But, I mean, on the other hand, superpowers.
Totally.
That's pretty bangin'. So, with that in mind, you guys have had about 2 weeks in which you have not been going to school. For those of you, like, say, Jeffrey, who just lives by himself, that's not really anything except, free vacation time.
Yeah.
However, for the rest of you...
Well, I live with my roommate Baldrick.
Yes, it's true.
Actually, haven't been getting beaten up as much.
Or just Rick.
He actually really hates being called Bald Rick. He's
Yeah.
quite sensitive about his baldness. But we call him that anyway, because, screw him.
Is his name Rick, but he has
His name is Rick, and he is bald. So people call him Bald Rick, as opposed to Hairsuit Rick, who is his neighbor. He's really, really hairy.
He's actually a gorilla.
He's a gorilla who escaped from the zoo. He's been living on the down low for a while.
Yeah, apparently somehow...
Actually, Gorilla Grodd just lives next door. Just mowing his lawn. Pulling a hat down.
So, what were you saying as you specifically
Anyway.
looked towards me?
For those of you who have family, or shitty pseudo-families, you haven't had an excuse to leave the house for most of the day like you normally do.
You're implying that his aunt would be in any way aware of what's going on at the school.
Well, she is. It's all over the news.
Dang it.
It's all over the news. The largest supervillain team in the world all blew up.
Yeah.
There's actually still news vans rolling around in your neighborhood, as well as police cruisers, which is kind of nice, because the gang activity has knocked down a bit with all the news vans and cameras and police around. You're pretty sure that's temporary.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Got a part-time job of filing down serial numbers for my neighbors.
So what have you two been doing in your, because both of you don't really like being at home. So how have you been passing the time for the last couple of weeks?
I don't know if you know, but without school, that means we have a whole 8 extra hours that we can be practicing baseball or basketball.
Where are you practicing?
Are we not able to use the field outside the school?
The one that's covered in craters and cordoned off by police tape?
Community center.
No. You could go to a community center. There are known hangouts for gangs.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, you do have superpowers now.
Yeah, this is the thing, but I don't want to oust myself as having superpowers.
Your aunt threw a whiskey bottle at you this morning.
Worked on my dodge. Teleport away! Ha!
Do you? Has your aunt found herself on the receiving end of karmic pain?
I feel like I need to think about this, and we'll pass the question off to Vivian.
Vivian, what have you been doing in your little group home?
No, seriously, could I have been like recruited by the neighbors to do like?
You certainly could have been recruited by random gangsters to file down serial numbers.
Yeah. It's like, do it or else. I'm like, fine. Me and all the other. Me and all the other kids.
What does your caregiver think about all this, you guys filing down serial numbers in the parking lot, in the abandoned lot, the other side of the property? Oh, look at them all out there, playing with that broken down car. I assume it's broken down. I mean, all the windows are smashed. The hubcaps are missing.
She's getting an apprenticeship in car repair.
Yep.
Apprenticeship in shop.
They're all mechanics, those next door
Specific
neighbors.
kind of shop.
Chop shops. Okay.
The implication was there.
Sorry.
Yes, thank you, Ted Turner. That was the joke.
Hey.
She's actually happy for us. And if we're not out filing serial numbers, she gets us
I'm
in a
rolling her
circle.
insightful corruption to see if she realizes what's going on here.
Okay.
Pair of sevens. Ha!
Fine.
She is certain you are up to something. Hey, what are you doing out there? What are you doing with that car?
Holding a file. Holding.
Like holding a file and like a license plate?
They told me to do it.
Oh, who told you to do that?
The neighbors.
What have I told you about listening to the neighbors? They're not nice people.
I know, but they beat you up regardless.
Well, put those down. Come inside. Come inside. Stay away from the neighbors. Just stay inside where it's safe. You are fully aware it's not safe inside.
Yep. I can see wry glances from the windows already.
One of them's just like.
You're like,
Because the downside of your group home is you're the only one who goes to Brighter Futures, which is actually a better school than any of the public schools in the area, which are legendarily terrible.
Everyone except for Hannah. Hannah also goes to Brighter Futures.
This is true, yes. And it does go to Brighter Futures. She is the only person who does not beat you up for that reason.
yep.
She's actually probably the only person in the group home who doesn't hate you.
Yay!
I mean, she doesn't like you.
Fair.
Have you been making use of your powers playing around? You've had a couple of weeks to screw around with them.
I'm good at cleaning up.
Would you still think anyone might have gotten suspicious at your skill at cleaning up?
No. They're just suspicious that it's clean at all.
During the night, a couple of days into your unexpected vacation, in the middle of the night, you were suddenly dragged out of bed, abruptly. About 3 people, as you blearily look around, 3 people have dragged you out of the bed,
Yay.
and they're like, "Quick, come on, get her out."
What?
What do you do? Just woke up, you're feeling a little bleary-eyed, confused. They're literally grabbed you by one leg and are dragging you across the floor.
Let go.
Are you shouting or just sort of weakly, irritatedly commenting?
Weekly, and then I'd weekly kick them.
Alright, you can try to kick them.
What is that?
That would be, in this case, open courage.
It's courage. Okay.
They will defend with sly cowardice.
Oh, mine open.
And pair beats.
That was a 8, actually, not a 10, unfortunately. Nothing.
Alright. They weasel out of the way. Get out of the way of your feeble kicks. They roll you up in a blanket and actually drag you outside down some stairs.
Where are you taking me?
You can slide a courage to cruelty as you are dragged down the front steps of the building.
I only have courage. One courage. Yep.
You are rolled out onto the lawn, left there, and they go inside and lock the door. You are outside on the lawn on a rainy night.
Sadness. You can hear like the sad tone.
You hear laughter coming from inside.
So they rolled you up, tossed you outside, and locked the door.
Yeah.
Tossed you outside in the rain on the lawn and lock the door. Yep. What do you do? You're lying outside in the rain.
I go up to the house and I'm looking through the windows.
Pardon?
As is her demon aware, I'm not sure how that works because we're not over.
What's your primary sinister? Is it equal or higher than its virtuous opposite?
It's lower.
Okay, then
You
no,
are not
never
aware.
mind.
Unless she invokes and either says hi to you or uses a power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're lying outside in the rain. It's midnight. What do you do? You can't really sleep here.
I crawl under the porch.
I have been hiding under the porch because I love you.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it's not much warmer
because.
because you're in a soaking wet blanket.
Fair. So I go up to the windows of the house, and what do I see? I guess.
Drawn curtains. You could try knocking and trying to wake someone
I
up.
tap. Knock.
What's that? Oh, nothing. There's a squirrel outside.
Hello.
Is that who's out there?
Can you hear me? I'm cold.
You hear shuffling footsteps. Shuffle. The door opens. Bleary-eyed Granola's standing there. What? What are you doing outside at this hour?
Would you believe that I was rolled into a blanket and then dragged outside and left there?
Give me devious honesty. Tell the truth convincingly. And insightful honesty. It's quite honest.
Nothing.
Nothing, eh? She's got a pair of 8s. She says, that's ridiculous. Get inside here now.
I got inside.
No dessert tomorrow.
Oh, I don't get dessert usually.
Usually stolen.
How is this any different?
It's not different at all.
That's not a change. That just means that the bullies get one less dessert.
So you're brought inside. She tells you to dry your clothes off. To go put them in the dryer. And
Okay.
it tells you to go back to bed.
I do.
And not to go outside at night. You know you're not supposed to go outside at night.
I
So
know.
that concludes the scene. You can make an argument for repentance if you wish. Yep.
I was picked on, and I told the truth.
Cowardice to endurance is losing a conflict that would cost you substantially. There is espionage knowledge, learn something new and important. Turns out those 3 guys fucking hate you.
Is that knowledge?
It's slight espionage to knowledge.
Okay. Oh, I have no espionage. I already knew they hate me.
Do you have any cowardice?
Yes.
You could slide a point to endurance.
You have a lot of cowardice.
Yes, I do. I like my cowardice.
So do I. Hence,
Quite frankly. Anything open is just yes.
we just have a bunch of extras stuck to the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine use of restraint, incidentally.
No. Those guys will be hearing from me.
Meanwhile, what's Georgia up to?
Well,
Developed incredible superpowers, allow you to spy on people,
Do you just like use it to keep
and
track
throw bolts
on
of
your
fire.
I had a lot of spare time, and suddenly my daydreaming has been a lot more interesting.
Your daughter is sinning. Make sure you.
You're gonna sell our daughter off as like a slut or something?
Your son, oh god, I'm suddenly reminded of the Binding of Isaac, the opening of that one where apparently God has been talking to Isaac's mom and says, your son's evil, so take care of that.
That game is dark.
Yeah.
Anyway, so where was I?
Oh yeah, on Saturday, ballet practice is still a thing. That didn't get blown up.
This is true.
I suddenly have a lot more free time on my hands, so I've been catching up with a lot of my knitting.
I was gonna say you do.
Really? You're knitting? You're knitting? You haven't thought putting... I mean, your cooking is just, quite frankly, very terrible.
Are you actually invoked? Like, have you actually invoked or used a power?
She's
I think you've been using clairvoyance, so yeah, he could conceivably be talking to you. Yeah. What have you been clairvoying?
Your daughter and everything she does.
Your daughter has been out of the house a lot.
Yeah, on
I mean,
occasion.
she's, she's off school. She often is gone all day. You're not really sure what she's doing.
Yeah, I do check up on her every now and then.
Poking around, scrying around, following her mentally one day, you find she is catches a bus, heads down south, and meets up with some guy. You don't recognize him. Seems kind of scruffy looking. Looks like he's older than her. You're not sure exactly how old. Maybe 17, 18, not sure.
Yeah, you should totally threaten that guy.
He's got one of those stupid baseball hats with a shiny sticker on it.
Is it off to the side?
Yeah. Angles slightly, rim pointed up.
Okay, forget threatening. Just beat the guy up, okay?
Actually, give me a cunning knowledge roll.
Cunning
Looks like
knowledge.
a PG.
No.
Is it one die? Nice. Yeah, he doesn't look very reputable. Do you keep watching?
Yes.
Alright. After a while, they head into some kind of dance club. It's pretty early in the evening. Usually they're not open at this hour. They head in there, though. He knocks on the door, and someone else, dressed similar to him, opens it up. They both head inside, and they start dancing around a bit. And then one of them takes out some bills and starts passing them around. Your daughter takes one.
I like to think that's like what happened. The ball of yarn just kind of goes like flies in her hat.
She breaks a
You don't
knitting
know a
needle.
lot about the street, but you would guess that's some kind of drug. I'm just short-circuiting the roll because it would be cutting knowledge again. So it appears your daughter is going off and getting high with some guy.
Hello.
You do notice that most of the guys in this club are dressed similarly, similar colors.
Probably some sort of gang.
Possibly. There are a few people that aren't.
Foray man.
Where's this place?
What's a good club name?
The only thing that's coming to mind is Cat's Meow.
God damn it.
I think it was Catwoman's Club.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I don't know. What's a good...
Wait. This universe, everything is twisted, distorted a little bit, so it's the dogs bark.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm thinking of the Berg, like the Iceberg Lounge.
Iceberg Lounge, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds slightly upper class.
So
But
so instead of Catwoman's hangout, it's penguins.
the bird.
And the Iceberg Lounge.
There's a guy in the corner.
They actually just hire him to do that. Yep, the bird, it's called.
The bird.
Yep.
Bird or bird?
Bird.
Bird. Okay.
Apostrophe
Like iceberg.
bird.
Because I would like to just run down there and deal with a
fire upon
situation that's not exactly going to end well.
You are invoked. Got any advice to throw around here?
Well,
Should burn the place
as
down.
much as I'm okay with you giving your vengeance onto those filthy heretics, I would like to keep you around as sort of a thing and not have you locked in prison immediately, so we need to get you dressed in a nice costume.
Get you a quality
It's gonna be knitted!
Yes! Do it!
Match the car.
Knit a balaclava.
Doesn't match the car.
No, it can't match the car.
Yeah, that'd be too much
It's-
Give me patient generosity to knit a balaclava. to see how
you've got a lot
to
of that.
see how good it is.
He actually knits tights and then just pull them over his
I got a
head.
pair of 8s and a pair of 6s.
Pair of 8s, nice. It actually does not look ridiculous. It does take you the better part of the day to complete, though. What you do now
Yeah,
have,
knitting.
you started running out of thread halfway through, so it's sort of two-colored. It's like sort of black on top and then gray on the bottom.
Oh, I was thinking more of a white and gold, like a paladin colors.
Sure, give me whatever two colors you want. It's up to you, Corey.
Color scheme time. Pink and black. Come on.
It has to be green and black, given the character inspiration. Green and black and like a hint of silver.
I mean, like pink and purple and sparkles.
Yes! Yes.
Well, considering what kinds of colors we normally have, I would say that, yeah, pink and purple would be the types of things that are easily available.
Purple and gold.
But you
Go
don't
for
want
the
to match
region
too
look.
much. Yeah, like I'm going purple and gold. It's a more grown up color scheme.
Purple, gold.
Purple and gold it is. Nice. What pattern are you going for? I just suggested half and half. You can change that pattern if you want.
Like naval.
It looks decent. I mean, it looks like a knitted wool balaclava, but it looks like a well-made knitted wool balaclava.
What does a balaclava look like?
It's a ski mask.
Yeah.
It's mouth, two eyes.
Yep.
It's what the spy wears in Team Fortress 2, if that helps.
So one of these things, huh?
Sort of.
Sure.
It's more like mouth hole and then like eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could look like that. Usually the eyes are a little further apart, but yeah. It looks like a classic burglar's mask.
Classic
But in bright colors.
Yep.
Wait. It's purple, but it has some gold trims.
Gold trim around the holes in the neck. Aha!
Looks like a Nacho Libre mask now.
Your costume please involve an apron. Like it doesn't look like an apron. You can look at it and you're like, yeah, that's an apron.
The gold apron.
No, wait. No, I got an apron and oven mitts.
Does the apron say "get kicked by the cook"?
Nice. Feel righteous vengeance
No,
by
no.
the cook.
It says if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
You can't stand the heat, stay out of my way.
Yeah. That's better.
Like, it first said that, but I just used some of my demon magic in order to fix the end part.
You offered creative suggestions.
Can't have a look at this.
So, you're looking it out. You got your oven mitts, apron, and your knitted wool balaclava. It took you a few hours to do that, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be nightfall when it happens, you know. Roaring rampage of revenge always happens at night.
Obviously, naturally.
What do you do now?
What better to see your
Well,
face with my righteous
There
vengeance?
is. Well, I'm going to make sure that she is still technically safe.
Sure,
Even
give me
if she
a-
is high.
Give me that clairvoyance roll.
She's high enough that she doesn't recognize you.
I'm assuming this works into your superhero logic where body language recognition is not a thing. Oh, yeah, I don't like that smile.
Oh, there is.
Oh,
It's a roll, but they might notice who you are. Yep. So it turns on.
The 2 10s.
Yep. You open your incredible clairvoyant senses to a club. It is moving on evening now, so the club is starting to get busy. It's more hopping. You don't see your daughter anywhere there. She might have left.
Okay. Good. I don't want her there.
You hear the doorbell ring.
I'm going to check outside.
Do you like peek over the curtain like the knitted balaclava?
No, I have clairvoyance.
Sure. Peeking over, opening the door. There's some guy in a suit standing there.
Ah, some guy in a suit.
Yep.
Alright, I'll
Maybe a
just,
salesman?
take off his stuff.
Just throw it in the closet underneath the, just put some clothes, just put your
Throw
coat
it
on
under
top
the
of it, it'll be
bed
fine.
with the box that you keep your porn in.
I feel like for her it would actually be like recipe books.
Look, you can
I don't
trust
think
me,
most
I'm
housewives
God.
keep their porn in a box in the
Fair.
closet. I think they keep it like on their table.
Wait, hold up.
I don't think they're.
Anywhere else.
I don't think they're really shy about it.
Wait. I haven't done anything criminal with this stuff yet. It's just weird.
This is true.
So if anyone finds it, I can do something else.
No, that's a sex costume. But you're a widow. Shut up. I didn't say there was a partner involved.
Alright, I'm gonna step over towards the front door and ask who is it.
What are you doing with the costume?
I'm just gonna toss it in the closet.
Head over, open the door. Excuse me there, madam. Can I interest you in the wonderful, wonderful world
of the Master Vac.
He's holding a shop vac looking thing.
What makes it so special?
Oh, this baby here is lightning fast, lightning powerful. He is going to roll devious deceit.
Oh my god, salesman.
He is very good at that.
I would
And try to
imagine.
convince you of the incredible, wondrous powers of this vacuum cleaner.
Damn.
All that, and he gets a pair of 7s.
What do I roll against
A
this?
pair of 10s, actually. Whatever you think would be appropriate to defend against that. He is lying to you. You can roll insightful deceit. You can roll insightful corruption. Defense is probably going to be insightful. You can roll open cruelty to punch him in the face.
There was time for your nonsense.
You're still
the-
active, incidentally. Yeah, you're active for the rest of the scene. Yeah.
Get him to do something. Steal it from him, then suck. I don't know.
Tell him merchants are evil and he needs to be smited with fire.
He is a money chamber in the temple. Yes. Flip a table on top of him.
Wait, I got it. Patience to just tune him out.
I would call that... What would that be? To just ignore him. Patient endurance?
It would be cruel, unfortunately.
What would be a mental stat? I would call that patient greed. Because you want to keep your money.
2 10s.
Alright.
3 10s.
Nice. Yeah, you can see him to successes. You're not buying his horseshit.
I don't even remember what he said.
He was just telling you about the wondrous, incredible prowess of the Master Vac 9000. Now it comes with over 15 attachments.
That's way too much effort for a
17 if you buy now.
But order now, and you can get 20. Never mind that several of them look suspiciously identical. He's going to roll, I would call this devious... I almost want to call it devious corruption. He's not as corrupt, though. He is going to roll devious corruption to try and attack your greed and raise your generosity, to make you want to buy things.
This is not going to end well for him. I don't have any greed.
That just means it slides cunning to patience.
I don't have any cunning.
Oh, well, whatever. He's still gonna do it. He gets nothing. It's nothing. You can attack him back.
Yeah.
Slam the door in his face.
You could, for example, roll any number of things. Tell him to go fuck himself.
Would open cruelty be just slamming the door in his face?
I got it.
That wouldn't really be a roll.
I got it. Do you have a permit?
That would be probably. I would call that cunning knowledge, actually, to know if he even needs a permit.
Okay.
Unless you're just lying, in which case it's devious deceit, which you're terrible at.
that either. Okay. Nuts.
Open cruelty. It's just sitting there on your sheet. Give me cunning espionage.
Got nothing.
Quality roll. Awesome.
Okay. I got it. I got it.
Oh, you must not be from around here, man. We don't require permits to engage in salesmanship around these parts. And if you're new in town, I'm betting you haven't gotten all your appliances in.
Darn.
He's gonna roll devious corruption again. He gets a +1 advantage. You will spend it on dice.
Fighting with the salesman.
You will always.
3 5s.
3 5s.
Yep. This time he's attacking your espionage. He's trying to teach you about vacuums. And why they're so important.
So I roll what?
Whatever you want to defend with.
Whatever I want to defend with.
Yep, whatever you can justify.
What am I going to justify? Wait.
Open cruelty. Sly cruelty. Sly cruelty is throwing bolts of hellfire. If you set him on fire, he'd leave.
I got it. I got it. Just one moment. I'll be right back. I'll close the door, lock it.
So, okay, so you're not defending though. So you do slide a point of espionage to knowledge. But he will go away since
No.
you just closed the door
That's
in his
just
face.
no. I'm going to come back. I'm just coming back with a spray bottle.
Get away! Get away!
You head away from the door, head over into the kitchen. You see your daughter is born.
Oh, when did you get back?
A few minutes ago.
Would you take this drug test, please?
That'd be a hell of a roll to happen to have one of those lying around the house. You could give me... Oh, it would be... I would say either cunning knowledge or cunning espionage. I'm guessing cunning espionage in this case to recognize if she's high.
2 twos.
Pair of twos? You're not sure. She seems tired, but she doesn't seem stoned. It's probably worn off, whatever it is.
Are you alright? You look pretty tired there.
Oh, I was just out dancing.
With who?
Oh, with who?
Oh, my boyfriend.
You are what?
What's his name?
Tyler.
Where does he live? What's he do? Sorry.
Is he from school?
Is he from school?
Not my school.
Oh, so where is he from?
I think it doesn't matter at that point. It's like, not good enough!
Oh, I can say the most scary thing ever.
Bring him over there.
Staying over for dinner. Parents do.
I could ask him.
Oh, that's alright. I can just write a phone number and just call the parents and talk to them.
We've only been dating for a few days. That'd be really weird.
She's been out dancing, but she's in high school.
I
Well,
will
that's
point
alright.
out
We
that
can talk about this
was for
later.
like we were in high school.
Alright, she go to bed.
I know, but she's the protective parent.
I haven't eaten dinner, though. Are you mad at me about something? She's going to roll insightful corruption. She's curious why you're so curious about her boyfriend. I mean, some curiosity is warranted. She has a pair of sevens.
Damn kid's too smart.
Raised her too well.
Give me cunning espionage.
Alright.
Nothing, eh? Nice. Just the way I like to see cutting espionage rolls.
Or any
You can
role.
try to defend, if you wish. Or actually, she's not attacking you. She's herself defending against your probing questions.
Yeah.
By essentially telling you to get piped. You're pretty sure she might be suspicious of you, so pushing it might be risky.
Yeah. Well,
It's tough being a parent.
excuse me. I need to deal with someone who's trying to sell me a vacuum.
Don't be a fan of the vacuum cleaner?
We do.
Why don't you just tell him that?
I'll be right back.
That kid.
I love that just saying, no, fuck off, didn't occur to you.
I open the door. It's like, we already have a vacuum cleaner. Thank
Oh, but this one's much better. Oh. He walks away looking dejected.
Gordon always deal with that kind of
He's
thing.
going to roll devious corruption, targeting your... Oh, what would he target here? Targeting... You don't have anything to attack.
Good.
I was going to say targeting your corruption, but that wouldn't do anything, because you have 0 corruption and 0 devious.
Damn.
He does that pointlessly. He was going for the sad walking away, making you feel bad move. Well, he's left.
Is he gonna like hitchhike?
Your daughter's still in the kitchen somewhere. You can hear her rummaging around. Sounds like she's rifling through the fridge.
Oh crap! It was pot.
Pot in pill form.
Well, look, just because I'm God and I'm omniscient doesn't mean I know what all the.
Oh, you were talking to him. Sorry, I thought you were addressing me.
Glossy will also be around here too.
Oh, yeah.
You have a dog?
Yeah, I have a dog. A Pomeranian.
Pomeranian dog.
Oh, of course
His name
you
is
do.
Glossy. It makes noise often.
I'm
Yes,
going to
palms
make
do.
mashed potatoes with string beans and
We're gonna mash him in.
Carrots?
cayenne powder.
I love that you're just trying to make shitty food at this point. Give me patient knowledge. Or cunning knowledge if you're just trying to do it by gut. Patient knowledge if you're consulting a recipe book.
I make everything by
Well, I actually have time to cook here, so patient knowledge. 2 nines.
Yes. You make a stunningly edible meal. After you've completed it, you realize you forgot to add cayenne. You just made mashed potatoes and beans.
Which is good on its own.
There's mashed potatoes. Your daughter doesn't object. She sort of moves the beans around a bit to make it look like she ate some. She's gonna roll a devious deceit. You're pretty sure she's not actually eating her beans. Do you say anything about that?
I haven't been able to
Children
get
must eat their beans.
I haven't been able to get her to eat vegetables since
It's the 11th commandment. Thou shalt eat thy beans. Are you gonna argue with God? For some reason, he insisted he wasn't gonna bother writing that one down. What a dick.
Yeah, screw Moses. He
There
was
were
a
originally like 130 commandments. His arm got tired though. He
Yeah.
just started summarizing.
You
Yeah,
have to
apparently he
write
got
it in a
tired after
stone
just writing down the
tablet.
first 15, and then he dropped one.
He dropped one of the tablets. He's like, all apologies, I only have 2 arms, God. Man, what a
Oh, so now
layabout.
it's my fault for only giving you 2 arms. Hey man, I made you in my image. I have 2 arms, so you get 2 arms. Got it?
I can always give you less arms, though.
I won't give her any bite about not eating vegetables. However, after she finishes, I'm going to, wait till she like goes in her room or something. Get the stuff in the closet, put it in like some sort of
Me cunning espionage.
How bad?
Wow.
no pears.
Nice. You find a large spider.
Oh.
Crawls across your arm as you take it out.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're gonna throw hellfire at large spider?
It spooks me, damn it.
You know there's a mechanic in this game called collateral damage.
Your house.
Fire plus
Your house.
closet equals bad.
I would say hitting a spider with hellfire is difficulty 3.
That poor spider.
The set has to have a number of at least 3 or higher.
Oh god, has anyone seen that meme of the house that's gone ablaze? There was a spider in the bathroom. I think I got it.
I'll just get the frying pan.
Give me sly cruelty. Actually, open cruelty. To kill a spider with a frying pan.
Would it just be like, dong, dong,
I'm making you roll.
No, you just.
Let's see. 2 7 so far.
There you go. You handily crush a spider. You don't even crush it on anything important. Alright, that will conclude a scene. You can make arguments.
I think I handled that well.
Arguments.
Well, you did kill a spider. I don't know
That
if
doesn't
count.
count.
No.
It doesn't count for cruelty. It has to be a person.
Damn it.
Cowardice would humiliating someone.
Oh, yes.
Slamming the door in the salesman's face.
Yep.
Certainly a degrading experience. You
Can't
can make
use
arguments
my
for
powers
repentance
at
as
all.
well. You could go espionage to knowledge, learning something new and important.
Yeah.
You learned your daughter is taking drugs and has a boyfriend.
Good job.
That's
Oh,
kind
I
of
thought-
important.
Oh, I thought it was going to be, we have a vacuum?
You can only repent once in a scene. You can, however, both sin and repent. So I would accept an argument for cowardice. So you can add a dot of cowardice, and you can slide an espionage to knowledge, if you wish. You, the mortal, decide if you want to slide.
I don't know. This espionage has been pretty useful.
I don't know. I do like being sinful.
You can always get more.
True, but espionage is super easy to get because you just have to gloat in victory. It's actually a pretty easy one to raise.
Yeah, if you just gloated over the spider's dead corpse, then maybe...
If you just went, yes, kneel before my awesome frying pan.
You are nothing more than an
Your daughter's
insect.
like on the stairs, like coming to get a drink. Backs up the stairs again. Cocked eyebrow. And I thought I was high.
I heard that. No, you didn't.
Amber.
So,
Have you given some thought to
Yes.
what you've been doing?
I have. So he's actually found a community center that he took some time at. That's actually like pretty much on the opposite side of town, like in a good, like a relatively good.
So in another town.
They need to travel like an hour to get there.
So in another town.
That's the deal. And on the days that they don't have practice, everyone has to do individual drills. And he wants like he's gotten pretty good at telling when his teammates are bullshitting him because he's kind of a drill sergeant.
Parents
But
have
hey,
decided
they're
Oh.
gonna win regionals and nationals.
What's another name for a?
I can't see what you're doing.
Who's another famous comic book person like as famous as Jack Kirby?
No,
How are you convincing the traumatized members of your team to attend your extra practice sessions?
by telling them that the best way to get over something like that is to
Work
focus
through
on
it.
something else, work through it. And you know, we're so close.
Just ignore it and hope it goes away.
And because we are so close to achieving something here, do you want to be like your whole life? Do you want to achieve something? Do you want to be winners?
Do you want to go devious nurture or devious corruption?
Oh,
Could swing that argument either way, depending on word
it's
choices.
6-1, half a dozen of the other. I'm gonna go devious nurture.
Sure.
This one particular time they piss them off, and it becomes devious corruption. Okay, come
They
on.
will roll insightful deceit.
Oh my god. Oh, I got a pair of fives. I got so many more dice.
They got 3 ones, but that's not enough to gobble a pair of fives. So teammates do show up. Specifically, a couple of them don't. The ones who were injured
Yes,
in the attack. One of them has a broken arm.
I forgive them for that, but like
One of them
yeah,
is
the guy
a broken
with the
arm. One of them is missing an ear.
The guy with the broken arm, I still expect him to be like, you know, doing leg drills.
Hundred laps.
The one with the missing ear is it Roger's older brother? And are him and his twin brother
Maybe.
on the team?
No.
Okay.
The guy with the broken arm is going to roll to defend. He gets more dice to defend.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's a lot of dice.
He's got a pair of 9s and say, fuck you.
Okay, that's fine. But I expect to see major improvement when you're back on the team, or you're going to be off.
You can expect to see marked lack of improvement when my arm heals,
You'll
maybe.
be, you'll be benched for like the rest of the season. That's
Replacement.
yeah, I can get a replacement. I say it pointing at our nice person over there with lots of physical skills.
Madison.
You're gonna kick me off the team because I got attacked by supervillains?
No, I'm not kicking you off the team.
I'm just permanently benching you.
Actually, he could still be the insulter on the team. I expect what you to do when you're not physically working. I would like to see you working on your insults. Study the other teams. Study the other teams and try and find their weaknesses. Like,
So
find
if
the
I
things
were
that
to call you,
really
for
hurt.
example, a shit-cocking fucknose, that would be beneficial.
I will consider it practice.
We'll take you up on that offer. You can roll, you can roll devious corruption with a +2 advantage.
Because you're being such an ass.
Since he's allowed to call you horrible things.
Okay.
He defends with a pair of 9s.
Oh, I don't have any pairs.
Alright, he calls you several hurtful things over the phone.
I'm proud of him for putting such effort into his work.
He does not show up for practice, though.
That's fair. He's working on his insults.
Sure he is.
Inside a little like.
He's working on his insults by watching Deadwood.
Watch some improv comedy.
He's watching some Bob Saget routines.
Okay.
Bit of Jimmy Carr's and Frankie Boyle there.
Yeah. So I guess after I imagine that Baz has been spending a lot of time invisible just because, so we can avoid his
That
end.
one requires a slide.
A slide.
Sliding a virtual strategy to citizen strategy. Because it's an aspect.
Then he probably hasn't been spending that much time invisible because I don't have that many things to slide. In fact, I have nothing to slide. Well, I have some things to slide, but I would rather not. So never mind, no invisibility. But teleport, on the other hand.
Teleport. What's the range of your teleport?
1 mile for every corruption you have. I only have 1, so I can only teleport a
You
mile
merely teleport a mile
at a time.
per roll.
Yeah.
That just means you have to make a couple of hops.
Yeah, I figure like the first time he went to the other place, he like worked out where like the best spots to teleport to would be, and then he's been practicing his teleporting.
Patient espionage.
I
To work that out. Or
So-
knowledge. Patient knowledge would also
I will
work.
go patient knowledge because
Definitely
I at least
patient
have.
something, though. Or patient greed.
I got a pair of
I
eights.
figure it'll be a while before I have
Yeah.
to do anything again. I'm just going to double check on my bike for a sec.
You brought a bike?
Yeah, he's been riding his bike here
Oh.
last couple times.
Oh, I didn't even know that. But yeah, so I got a pair of eights. Actually,
Yeah.
got some good
You
spots.
have worked out a couple. You've realized that basically the easiest way is just go to like flat roofs
Yeah.
of like shops, basically. Roof of the Best Buy, roof of the Walmart. It's like no one goes up there. Well, hardly anyone goes up there.
You gotta make sure he has like a nondescript hoodie up while he's doing it, just in case there's
Just
like.
Assassin's Creed in it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, push! Okay, let's
Oh,
go.
yeah, I can pull
So
the
you're
hoodie.
invoked. She's teleporting, he rather is
He's got-
teleporting about.
I imagine he's got really used to being narrated.
How spiteful is the narration? Specifically about his team's performance. Because your team, they're not great.
Hey, you've been
Which
working
is
on them for
odd,
years.
because they were doing great.
Yeah.
However, something's off. It might be residual trauma from that whole supervillain attack.
Come on, guys.
It might
shake
be
it
some
up.
latent injuries. Probably mostly the trauma, though.
Yeah. Oh, do I have to like counsel them? Like this is not my
Do I
strong
have
suit.
to, like, talk to, like, human beings? He could talk to something other than a human being.
Sebastian remembers that he has a more influential way of getting people to do what he wants.
I feel that
You could mind control your team into doing
I
work.
feel like that's counterproductive.
They know you were doing it.
I'm just that inspirational as a captain. They just feel like they have to do everything I say.
That's more Impossible Beauty. You don't have that power. You can control someone like a puppet and force them to do push-ups for like 6 hours, though.
Not that.
You need to get a mask and just show up at their house. Just force them to do strength training.
I have been Googling mask designs.
I am the Phantom Gym Coach. You will run a marathon this morning. No, not again.
Oh, it's your villain name.
I'm thinking something snake themed because
The
why
sneaking
not?
suspicion. I'm sorry.
We already got the Black Adder.
Oh right, there's another snake. I'll have to find something else.
On top,
That
I
could
guess
be two
something. I could do
snakes.
some kind of
Teleporting.
ferret. That would.
Ferret. About a ferret-based
Sebastian.
superhero.
teleporting from
Ferret Man!
Ferret.
Ferret Man and his sidekick!
teleporting from roof to roof. Sebastian stops at a certain store roof and remembers tomorrow is the day where the new J phone is coming out. The J phone. iPhone.
Oh.
So,
I thought you said J-film.
J
That's what I heard
phone.
too.
J-phone, okay.
Oh, the J phone. I get it.
Anyway, new
I'm
J-phone's coming out.
Given what's happened to my
Japanese
last couple of phones, I don't see the point.
See, stolen by my aunt. Confiscated by my aunt, technically. She never gave it back, though. She just threw it in the river.
Oh, thing is,
He
And sat on it.
He just gets really, really
if you
cheap
get one,
disposable phones.
it gets stolen. If you have several, when they get stolen, you have extras.
If they, okay, I can appreciate that. But next time they steal my phone, they realize, hey, he's got an expensive, nice phone. Let's keep an eye out for him next time.
Just get a pink bejeweled phone like mine.
You could just, swing by a local convenience store and steal a track phone.
Yeah, just like another burner. That's
You can teleport. Try and catch
Put
it,
it
ass
in.
face.
yeah.
You can also turn invisible.
Yeah, but
if
that requires a
need be.
slide. That seems not to be to my advantage most times.
See, you should really just recruit me. I would like, poof. You got a
I
phone
feel
yet?
like this is a thing. Actually, hey, how do you feel about joining the basketball team?
I'm busy somewhere else at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yes, at the moment you're busy, but we'll talk when we get back to school.
That could be a while.
In the meantime,
I possibly
Probably
run errands in
should.
town.
sitting there looking at that green marker on my thing, saying, how badly do I want some more green?
Well, I did learn I fucked up something last time. Sneaking is cutting green, not cutting acid. So skulking around is uses green.
In that case, No to the J phone. But
Yes,
there's also
to
a
the
convenience
large.
store over there. And I do believe they sell burners.
Oh, worth noting, when the school blew up, what are you using for equipment?
For equipment?
Equipment for your team?
We're using a
We're
community
using the
center,
school's equipment.
but we're going to a community center. They usually have equipment there you can borrow.
They have some equipment.
We need a couple
They don't
of...
have like a team's worth of like, say, helmets, for example.
Oh, no, they don't have their own helmets.
It's
Beg,
literally
borrow,
just
and-
strength training.
It's probably mostly just running drills, less practice. We work with what we've got. If we've got like 2 helmets, then we have 2 guys running drill, like contact drills at a time. Okay, time to switch. I feel like
We have
Madison's-
2 helmets. We have the guy doing the tackling wearing one, and whoever he's tackling right now wears one.
Wait,
Everyone
it's
else
like
just
freeze.
jog in place.
Freeze, you can switch the helmet. Okay, go. Yeah, no, I think Madison's strategy is generally path of least resistance, and like, although, well, who would be our rival team? We could steal our rival team's equipment, but that seems like a lot of effort.
You can teleport.
That would involve like
I would like to point out
teleporting and then like teleporting again.
multiple times with stuff. I've already fallen into an equipment bin once and had to be rescued. Like,
I just need a window.
Well, you're unlikely to be rescued from equipment bin again.
that's true. That's true. What would be a good way to raise the team's morale? I think that's kind of.
I could just make the equipment move out.
Free tier.
Everyone
phones.
gets a J phone.
I think they'd be a little suspicious of that.
And
Okay, fine.
Are they in a position to ask questions?
you may have noticed I'm largely
Okay.
on the demon's side in most of these interactions.
Okay, you know what? Actually, sports equipment. You know what would really raise the team's morale? New equipment. And you know what? Our school just got blown up, so we can't really afford to get new stuff. And you know that great big sports outlet store? What are the odds they're gonna miss one? Probably pretty high, but I mean, like, you know, before I teleport out of there, probably not.
So you're heading to a Sport Check Outlet Mall.
Type place.
Yep.
Preferably around their warehousey side of things. Make sure I'm wearing a nondescript hoodie that I wear when I teleport so that I don't get easily spotted by wearing my school uniform again.
It's like Prototype and Assassin's Creed.
It's like Prototype and the shitty parts of Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed.
like, this hoodie's starting to get like a little pointed part at the front. I keep pulling
Oh, the
it
good
down
parts
so
of
much.
Assassin's Creed then.
Yeah, so he'll try and figure out where the warehouse entrance is, and then
Are you gonna try and sneak in or teleport in?
does it look like there's a lot of people?
Well, it's during the day, so there's people moving around here, there, and everywhere in the store.
I need to get to the back where they'll be like,
you can't see into the back room yet. You could give me a cunning greed to just sort of try and nondescriptly loiter around, or actually, you could also go patient greed to do that, try and case, or either cunning greed to sneak in, or patient espionage to case the area and get a bonus to a subsequent roll of trying to sneak in.
Intercepted delivery truck.
Worth noting, if you
I only
fail on
have-
patient espionage, you will draw some attention, probably from a clerk going, "Can I help you with something?" Or are you just gonna wander around in the alleys?
I'm just gonna cunning greet it
Sure.
because I have 2 patient no espionage, so that's not
On the
gonna
basis
go.
that you have a fuck button. Oh shit! Go on.
Yes. I got nada. I got
Nada.
Well, I had 3 dice, so the odds of me doing anything successful there were not good.
You wander into the look around. There's no one around. You wander through the little swinging doors into the back room. At which
get ready
point,
to roll teleport?
some jackass in a red polo shirt just walks around the corner and nearly walks into you. Hey, sorry, sir, you can't be back here.
Oh, sorry. Where do I get out?
The door,
Thanks.
literally right behind you.
Sorry, I assumed I was like in a maze.
No. You like walk through the door and like walk into somebody who came around a corner.
She's like, oh, sorry, and then I just leave. Oh, sorry.
He does follow you out. Was there anything I could help you find?
Oh no, I'm just killing time for my own stuff shop.
When do you get your new stuff in?
Where's your most expensive sporting equipment?
But I was in the back room area though, so I kind of had an idea. Did I get a?
You wandered into it. It's sort of a generally open space. They've got like a loading bay in the back. There's you actually see a pallet of some boxes. You didn't get a chance to see what the labels on them were, but you did see a couple of other boxes like stacked up on a wall.
But I've at least now seen
Looks
the
like
inside
overstock.
of the place.
Yeah, you've seen the inside of it.
I feel like I'm going to come back here this evening.
Sure.
I'm just going to leave.
The guy does sort of nonchalantly, heavy quotation marks, kind of follow you around, keeping an eye on what you're doing, until you actually leave. And you see him talk to somebody else at one of the tills.
Yeah.
Wear a better
You may have
way.
drawn some attention.
No shit, right? Yeah. He's like, I'm coming back here after dark and I'm popping in and out. So, woo.
You need an accomplice.
You heading home, or are you just
No,
gonna
I'm going.
loiter around somewhere?
I'm gonna go back to. I'm going. I assume this was on the.
Oh, you're on the way to practice.
Yeah,
All right, sure.
so,
Yeah, you can head over to practice.
Yeah.
You can give me patient knowledge to try and improve your team.
Okay.
Because that is education. That is teaching people shit. They will defend with insightful deceit
I
to
have
stand
nothing.
by their wicked ways.
I have nothing, so they literally cannot fail.
They have a pair of 8s.
Yeah, well, they are good.
Something's really throwing off their game, man. Their insults they seem really half-hearted. The tackling is notably soft, like they don't want to hurt each other. Like they've had enough pain for a while.
They're a little touchy.
Your runners are a little hesitant to get into any kind of scuffle.
Two of them just hug it out
It's
and
like
cry.
in one fell terrorist attack, they've suddenly lost a lot of the glow.
It's like we're back to square.
Close to. Practice ends. You're probably feeling a bit shitty.
Yep.
It's coming on evening now.
I'm gonna chill somewhere decently far away from the sports equipment store. Say about a mile.
Approximately exactly 1 mile away.
And
Sebastien develops an alibi.
yes, that is a good point. I am going to go and get some fast food. Except not because you would eat fast food, because that would destroy your body. And geez, sports player here.
Because sports players have never eaten fast food. No,
I don't
never.
know. He'll just find somewhere that has a security camera where he can sit and eat and establish that he couldn't possibly have gone that far. No idea what you're talking about. This should be basically any grocery store or.
Give me patient greed
Patient
to establish an
greed.
alibi.
Oh,
I'll
we have,
give you
like-
a +2 advantage.
Is that dice or?
You
total?
either add dice or wit. I suggest dice in this case, because you're really just looking for a set.
I've got a pair of 4s and a pair of 1s.
Of course, sure, yeah. You head over to, let's say you go to one of the few diners in town that actually has a security camera. You cunningly locate one. You get some, reasonable food.
Yeah. Make sure there was something wrong with it, so that they're like, oh, I'm really sorry, but just to make sure that the wait staff will remember him. Probably spit in his food, but remember him.
Let's say use deceit or devious corruption to try and leave an impression.
Deceit? Sorry, was it devious corruption or deceit? I thought I heard
Either.
deceit. Okay, I'll go with deceit. With devious deceit or
Devious, yeah. Devious plus either corruption or deceit.
yeah, it'll be deceit.
Sure.
Pair of 5s.
Yes, yeah. You kick up.
Try not to insult them, but make sure
You kick up enough of a fuss that they're probably going to remember you as that annoying guy, and you're pretty sure one of them's back.
don't even care.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have firmly established an alibi.
I'm waiting, and hopefully this is late enough that the sporting outlet store is closed.
Yeah, I mean, when we were
Like
leaving, you
diners.
could have just looked at the posted hours.
Yeah, and I mean diners are open relatively late, so
Often they're open 24 hours.
yeah.
Well, some
And then I
shitty
will,
ones are.
will wander off.
Jenny's ones are.
Wander off to a nice unsurveilled alley and poof.
Bam!
Nope. It's poof.
Pooping is my thing!
Actually, no wait, I'm the
But
demon.
it's
I make the sound
It's
effects.
the Journey Quest thing.
I know.
Hold on.
But
Sorry, I won't say poof.
no, it's okay. That's the wrong way! I saw that! Don't spray spit.
I could do the sound like about an hour or so ago.
Anyway, now that we're all making popping noises, fucking
Just imagine a bubble being popped.
that noise.
You're gonna edit that in.
I don't need to edit it. It's already there.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay, so we'll
you vanish. You would appear in a back room. Give me-
before, of course, making sure that I am as disguised as I can make myself with what I have on hand.
Sure.
So basically,
If you wanted to, you could take your t-shirt off, tie it around your head like a ninja mask, and then just put your hoodie on as if that's your shirt.
I accept this premise.
Nice. You get your hoodie off, you're taking your shirt off, tying it around your head. A guy wanders around the alley, like scruffy looking beard. He's got like gold paint flecks in his beard. He's pushing a little shopping cart. He doesn't appear to have noticed you though. He starts rummaging around in a dumpster looking for cans. Looks like he's got like spray paint in his beard, like he's been huffing paint.
Just keep going.
As you just sort of stand there, he's just evening.
Evening.
This
This guy's evening.
you actually recognize this guy.
Yeah.
He's a homeless guy who hangs around the school sometimes. You don't know his name or anything. You know he huffs paint and collects
But it
cans and
came
panhandles.
after I had my face covered.
Yeah, you just had finished tying the shirt around your face. You are shirtless. And just sort of holding a hoodie, and you're like... just looking at him. It's like,
Wait till he is.
evening, young blood. How you been? Keeping out of trouble? He takes out a sock.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can I put the hoodie on and just go to a different alley?
You got any change?
Sorry, got my wallet stolen.
I know how it is, you see. Yeah, the government came and stole my wallet the other night.
That is tragic.
Yep.
The black helicopters from
Yeah. So I suppose you'd be interested in doing me a favor. Buddy.
Sebastian
Sorry,
decides.
You go to that
listen
that school there, the Brighter Futures one. The fancy paint there got blown up.
No, why would I go to that? Like,
Devious deceits.
yeah, no, what?
Guess how many dice this guy rolls for insightful deceit.
I got a pair of pens. I got a pair of pens.
He's really good at lying, and he's actually very insightful.
He's homeless.
I'm trying to go before my time limit on my thing expires here, bro.
That's fine. He does not successfully defend. He only gets a pair of sevens.
Sorry.
So
Yeah,
he
nope.
actually buys that.
Yep. And put on the hoodie, get to a different alley. Poof! Come on, guys.
Just as you're going around the corner, you hear like the shopping cart coming.
Like,
So he's probably just gonna roll around the other. Huh.
Where'd it go?
Look at the saw. Anyway, you appear in a back warehouse that you've seen before. You appear standing almost directly behind somebody, but he's not looking at you. You could give me. Do you roll for
No,
teleport?
you said, like, don't turn
I do
around.
roll for teleport, yeah. I do need to roll.
So let's see if you teleport before the homeless man gets around the corner.
It should be like,
Insightful.
don't turn around, and then he just
I'll
never
give you
turns around.
+1 advantage because you don't want to talk to the homeless man.
Okay. Are you freaking kidding me? I actually don't have any pairs. So I just keep walking away from him until I get far enough away. to
No,
tell
the
them.
failure, what that means is
Yeah.
you're disappearing just as he rounds the corner and he catches you pop away.
Yeah, he's high and he doesn't think I go to the school
Yep.
because he's bought my life.
This is
so
true.
He can fuck off.
And he's homeless.
Just don't take your shirt off around him. He might recognize the abs.
Yeah,
I don't know.
what I'm thinking, too.
Could be. So you're a little concerned about that.
Okay. Anyway, so I've appeared behind somebody.
He is currently like sort of setting boxes on shelf. He's got headphones in. You can hear rap music blaring.
Do I see any like hidey spots?
Give me cunning greed if you want to hide.
I just want to see if I spot good hiding spots.
Oh, you can spot several places you can hide in here. It's like a back room. There's all sorts of stuff to hide behind.
I only have 3 dice, so I'm not going to
I will
succeed.
give you a +2 advantage for surprise because actually +3 is accumulation of he's got headphones on. He's not listening. He's not expecting anyone else to be back here,
Alright.
and he didn't hear the door open or anything.
Okay, so cutting greed it is. Pair of 6s. Pair of 6s.
Cunning espionage. Nope. It's 2 dice.
I'm just gonna chill until he fucks off.
Looks like he's not fucking off anytime soon. It looks like he's overnight stock. So he's literally just organizing the back room.
Did I conveniently hide next to a box of sporting equipment?
Yeah.
Basketball sporting equipment?
Not sure. It's like helmets and stuff. You might be able to use it as basketball equipment. It's not specifically basketball equipment. You can give me either a teleport to go somewhere where the basketball equipment is, which appears to be on the other side of stuff he's stuck in, or you can cunning greed and just sneak around. You which?
Do I still get bonuses?
Yeah, I'll still give you +2. I'll still give you +3 surprise because he failed his espionage check there.
Well, it's 5 for insightful corruption to teleport, but it'd be 6 if I did the cunning greed with the bonuses. So I'm gonna go with.
You get the bonus regardless.
Oh, in that case, I'm teleporting with the bonuses.
Go for it.
So the 3
You look around, you spot it looks like it's actually a shipment.
Yeah.
For a specific, like a team. Downside is looking at it, you can see it's got like a logo on it of the Panthers, which is a different school team, you know?
Then, well, that's what hand
You
sanitizer.
can probably sand that off, though.
Well, if it's paid, hand sanitizer will do. Hand sanitizer and paper towels. It's not the first time we've done this. Actually, I might know somebody who's pretty good at.
I know a lady. She lives in a group home. She's good with a file.
Okay. Well, that's a pair. That's 4 6s.
Nothing.
That's 5 6s.
All right.
Can I use that to get it and then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Where are you teleporting to with your giant box of stuff? Is there a limit on how much stuff you can teleport? Like, is there like a weight limit or anything like that?
You can only move yourself, your clothes, and your personal effects, and you can only move everything at once, accompanying yourself.
So you can't teleport it out. You have to actually like wheel it out. Which means you'd have to distract it.
Okay, then there was no point doing this.
You can still steal it. It just means you'd have to like wheel it out.
But
It just means you'd have to get rid of him somehow.
okay, can I? Okay, is like there's a door that leads out here. Is it relatively close by? Would be like how long do I think it's gonna take me to get that box out?
You'd have to get a pallet jack to move it, and you'd have to roll it out the loading door.
So this is a long process. So I can't just distract.
You need the guy distracted for a few minutes.
Sleep.
Good body control. You are wearing a mask.
I'm going to can I use my pre-roll to 6s here? I would like to roll directly in front of him, sleep, and directly away. So I will need to roll.
Give me the body control roll.
Yeah. I guess I need to roll that first. That tells me how many words I get.
Yep.
Okay, devious deceit.
Sleep and recall nothing.
Hopefully I'll have enough words for that. I have a pair of 9s. So I can't say sleep and do not remember this.
You can't charisma. You can just puppet someone physical actions.
Okay.
You can tell him to take his headphones off, though, so that the noise doesn't just immediately wake him up.
Sleep.
Can I say
or
sleep?
Sleep through the noise.
Yeah. Can I
Again, no.
Oh,
It's like marionette puppet control. You can force him. You can control his body like a puppet, but that's it.
Alright.
You can't affect his mind. There's a different power that does that.
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Take your head.
or
You could tell him to just face the corner of the wall
Yes.
and sing loudly, or just face the corner of the wall and don't talk.
Yeah.
That's exactly 9. Face the corner of the wall and don't talk.
Well, I don't want him just not to talk. I want him not to do anything.
Well, he's facing the corner of the wall.
Does that stop him from text messaging or something?
Just take off your headphones and sleep.
You could just say face the corner.
Yeah, okay. Face the...
Freeze!
I was like, face the back corner, like a
Face the
specific
corner, don't move, and say nothing.
Why can't you just say freeze?
Say nothing.
Yep, that works. He
Yeah.
like suddenly stands ramrod straight, pivots like this. His eyes are enormously wide in terror as he marches, goose step robotically into the corner, and just slams his face into the corner of the wall. You hear a loud crunch. Some blood runs down the wall. It appears he slammed his nose into it. He's just like planted there, stock still.
I will actually, since I've got this time, I will grab it's the most generic equipment
Sure.
that I can find.
You got free run of the place. You can stack it whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the most generic equipment that I can possibly find. If I'm holding it in bags, is that considered personal effects?
Not really.
Okay.
You need to get it outside in like a car or something. This guy might have a car.
I will.
Keys? Yeah, you found a ring of keys. There's a car key on there. It's got one of those little remote things
I
on
will
it.
conveniently just take the car. Oh wait, now my fingerprints all over it. So no, I'm sorry, bro. I was just gonna take your car key. But...
He is crying now.
You can't cry.
He can. Cry all he wants.
I'm only fingerprints all over the inside of the car. I don't think I can reasonably steal the car and not leave evidence.
You didn't think about that before, so too bad.
Well, I'm just gonna take the keys. Sorry.
Why don't you just... You're in a sporting goods
You're in a
store. Why don't
sporting
you
goods
just
store.
take
You
gloves?
could probably find gloves.
Okay, fine. I'll grab some gloves. I'm gonna grab the equipment. I'm gonna load it into the trunk of his car. I'm gonna do this as discreetly as possible.
You can get a whole new outfit too.
What about the?
Actually, I can just bring the car over and just like teleport to the.
You mean either cunning greed or patient greed.
You can just take a whole new outfit too.
Quietly move stuff.
I'm gonna go with.
I would also allow sly cowardice.
I'm gonna go with patient greed.
One extra thing.
I'll give you +2 because it's nighttime.
In a cabinet, there is a signed baseball.
No.
You're not doing this. You're not doing so well there.
Try offering me stuff I want. Oh fuck! Are you kidding? Oh no, pair of shoes. Okay.
Alright.
That was.
You could just make
Really
him a weird
Just gonna roll
blob.
for the neighborhood.
Hey,
Yeah.
you could just make him into a weird blob.
Oh, there's the gas.
You can choose to invoke.
Yeah,
So you load a bunch of stuff into the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Bunch of more generic sporting goods equipment. Nice stuff though.
And,
Wallet and shit.
but as generic as possible, so that if they catch us with it, they can't trace it. I want to
Not
get
possible. It has serial
Okay.
numbers on it. You can take serial numbers off
helmets
of
that
it.
have serial numbers.
Pretty much everything
Okay.
has serial numbers on it.
Yeah, I know somebody who can get rid of serial numbers.
No, that's not what I
You
meant.
can also just scrape them off with a knife or paint it.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a nice abandoned place somewhere, previously
You
scouted.
should
if
trade it. Is what you should do.
Put a punch on. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'll trade this new one for that old one.
So you have a car full of stolen goods. What do you do?
I am going to find somewhere to put the stuff, and then drive the car somewhere
Kind of
else.
somewhere.
Can you drive?
The roof.
That's
We've
probably.
established you can't teleport a
A car.
car
yeah.
full of stuff.
I would like to bring it to like the school equipment shed.
Oh, too
but
bad you
I
don't know
wanna
anyone
go
that
to the
could
school.
vanish.
Yeah, that would be nice. What I will do, there's always construction sites. There's always construction sites nearby. I don't need to be there for long, so preferably a construction site that has.
What are you trying to do exactly?
I just want to take the stuff out, like leave it there, get rid of the car, and then come back for it. Basically, one bag at a time.
Good friggin' luck.
Or like get the serial numbers off it there.
Take it to the post office and then like mail it to the school. Anonymous donor.
Could do that. Just show up in a t-shirt ninja face mask. I'd like to ship this. Don't ask questions.
Here's a credit. Yeah, you found the guy's. You have the guy's credit card too. Here.
No, I don't want to credit. I just steal the shipment boxes and
Yeah, it would have been helpful if you had an accomplice, wouldn't it?
yes,
Yeah,
it would
that'd
have.
been nice.
We haven't coordinated yet. We're still working independently.
You did fight a guy.
Yeah.
You know one another have powers.
And you probably know how skeezy I am.
So
You
not that
certainly got an
guy.
inkling. He's not exactly
Okay.
subtle. Just roll by his house in the middle of the night. I need you to move some stuff for me. I'm sure to appreciate that.
Don't go to my neighborhood.
Like,
it's
if I
a rough
happened to be
neighborhood.
driving by and I saw Sebastien getting beaten up, I would be like, "Oh, hey Rico, how's your grandma doing?"
Yeah, I
Give
feel,
me
I
cunning
think we live in the
espionage.
same.
As
Am I
you've been
taking
driving
too
around
long?
for a while,
I
and
haven't
the
made a
body
choice.
control has worn off.
I haven't made a choice yet. That's
I know.
not in-game stuff. That's really mean when you do that.
It's
'Cause
like
I've-
it doesn't matter if you're still making a choice.
I only
You're
have
going
one
to have
die.
this happen eventually.
I only have but it's not that he would take that long. It's that I would take that long. He would have gone in and planned ahead of time.
Except you did.
I have one die. I literally
matches.
cannot succeed. And I want to just drop it off at a construction site, which is what I said before. And then get rid of the car.
Well, you still need to drive to a construction site. Is the problem.
Okay.
The problem is that a pair of flashing lights appear behind you. It appears someone reported this car stolen. Apparently, that power wears off after a while.
You just teleport
I'm just teleporting away. Well, this is a good first try. We'll try.
The car keeps...
You could body control the cop to fuck off too, right? You're still wearing a mask.
Escort me.
Pull over.
Yes.
Hey, you want a point of cruelty?
Good.
Go shoot
You
yourself.
can make this an eventful evening.
Go shoot yourself.
An officer steps out of the car.
I hope it's not Garcia.
Draws his gun, keeps it low, parks the car. Step out of the vehicle.
Steps out.
What?
Hands up. All right. Get on the ground. Hands behind your head. He's looking
I'm
right
gonna
at you.
roll my devious deceit
To do what?
to see what I got for words.
Oh, for your power, yeah. I thought you were just literally trying to come up with a lie. I'm like, probably not gonna work.
I got a pair of 10s.
Pair of 10s, nice.
You get down on the ground.
Get down, turn around, try
the
not to
hokey
cry.
up, please.
Cry.
Do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. Over and over and over
Open
again.
the door, get on the floor.
Yep.
I want to say something to the effect of like, go on the radio and convince them that I'm in a different part of town. That's why I'm trying to find a way of phrasing that succinctly.
There's a chase going on the other side of town. You should go there.
Could I say something like, I am not here?
What? No. Why don't you just tell him to drive all crazy?
Can't get him to
like-
think different.
Yeah, like, but I'm trying to.
You can get him to radio something.
Yeah.
You can just get him to drive all crazy and then they'll all follow him for some reason.
Report this car leaving town and then leave town.
Yep.
That's only 9. Just add jerk. Quickly.
Recklessly.
Yes.
What's the cost for giving the master die?
There's no cost. She slides a point from devious strategy, that whatever action she's taking, to its virtuous opposite. Doesn't need a master die to do that. I've just already rolled it.
Yeah.
Do that.
What was your phrasing on that before? That was like, report this car leaving town and leave town.
And then leave town.
And then leave town.
Recklessly.
You don't have to offend recklessly, but I recommend it.
That's a really...
You could say carefully if you wanted to be some kind of namby-pamby nice person.
And then leave, was that stealthily? Secretly?
Don't you want
Quietly?
Don't you want him to make like a lot of noise about where the chase is?
I just want him not to be able to tell them where I am. But the thing is,
And then leave town silently.
yeah, like,
Mutely.
if I don't,
mutely?
like if I don't say and don't then immediately tell them something else, can he just then immediately tell them something else? To them?
He will continue following the order until it wears off.
Leave the
I
state.
left town.
Leave state.
Convince them I left town.
Convince police I left town. Then leave town without talking.
Yeah.
Leave town without talking. Yeah, okay.
Yep, there you go.
Convince them I left town and then leave town without talking.
He staggers over to his car, picks up the phone. This is 6-9er, reporting in a stolen vehicle
And while
leaving the
he's
city.
doing that, I'm just going to drive off to that construction site, unload the stuff, drive
As
and
you
ditch the
drive
car
away,
elsewhere.
you hear him repeating this message just over and over and over and over
Convince
again.
them. Convince them. So
Exactly,
it'd be
they were
like
suspicious
real-
at first, so he's convincing them by continuing to do it.
Good job.
It's working, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just, it's
He
his
then
reputation.
speeds away in his car with the sirens blaring, sideswiping post boxes as he goes, car erratically swerving around corners,
I'm gonna go ditch
while
the
he stands stock still in utter silence.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ditch the equipment, then the car.
Sure. I will say just give me patient greed, forgery, graft, or embezzlement, to stash them someplace.
I got nothing.
Nothing? Alright. You stash them somewhere you think is safe.
Shock. Well, I'm coming back for at least some of it immediately. Because I can take a bag. Like, it's personal equipment. So I basically just have to, like, relay it.
You start relaying crap.
The next day.
Roll me your teleport power, see how long this takes.
Okay, my teleport is insightful corruption. So, insightful corruption. No pairs. So it hasn't even gone off yet.
I mean, you keep rolling until it goes off. It just means it like takes you all goddamn night.
I got a pair of 4s.
Yeah, it just means it takes you all goddamn night.
Yeah.
Where are you teleporting them to exactly, though?
Teleport them. I need to find like a place where they would be safe, but
You could just teleport them into the community center's equipment shed.
yeah, but then, oh, it's in a good part of town. Well, better than our part of town.
No pattern.
Also, the average community center isn't well known for its incredible ability to keep track of every piece of equipment they own.
Yeah, well,
They
I
usually
want
they
this to
notice
be
when
our
things are
equipment,
missing.
right? Yeah, I just want to make sure that it has like our team like on like so.
You
Like,
can just teleport it to like the roof of a building.
Yeah, I'll just find one of the places that's like on my route to the gym, so that but preferably relatively close by so I can get it.
It is on the roof of the Max convenience store across from the community center.
No.
But Macs are low. It'd be a taller building.
Apartment building. Then.
Sure. And I'll just like peeling the cereal stickers off like.
You spend the night doing that.
Actually,
And so
I need to go home, make sure my aunt sees me first, and then go back.
It's too much.
Sure.
Hey, I need to establish my
Where you been?
doing homework.
You've been out. You don't go out to do homework. Why you ain't got homework? There's no school. Don't you try to trick me, you.
I need to. Just so we're not in school doesn't mean I don't need to study.
Give me. That would be devious to see.
Yep, that would be that.
Insightful. Corruption.
Corruption
With
probably
advantage.
has a decent amount of.
Yeah, with some advantage because that was a bare-faced bullshit.
Yep. I should have just said fuck off.
That would have ended well. She got a pair of 5s.
Yeah, I got nothing. So
You ain't got homework and you ain't got school. Where were you? You went with them Mexicans, were you?
sure, that.
No, you did that.
I was going to throw a bottle at you.
Yeah, I kind of.
You can roll whatever you want to try and defend against that. She's rolling sly cruelty, though.
Could I roll open to seek to try and telegraph I'm moving one way and then move the other way?
Wouldn't be open to see.
Wouldn't that be open for? I thought anything that's
That would be
physical
sly
was open.
cowardice, avoid or escape.
I'll just go up the stairs quickly. Open endurance, I assume. Would that not be open endurance?
It would probably be sly something. You're dodging.
I will take slide, whatever.
Sly something.
Well, the thing is, most things I
I will
have
give you
on
+1 advantage because she's drunk.
it. So like, every day?
Pretty much.
Nothing! I get hit by the bottle!
She actually also got nothing because this was actually
Oh.
a 4.
My highest was a 10.
Yep. So you actually do duck a bottle, smashes against the wall as you scurry up the stairs.
You sure you're an
Don't run up
athlete?
the stairs. She's unfortunately not great at handling stairs. She's got one of those stair lifts.
I'm slowly coming up to finish this.
She gets in her stair lift and starts making her run.
You
the
go
stairs.
down the
Do
rail.
you just unplug it? Strand her on the stairs for the night. You bastards!
Yeah, that's fair.
You ain't gonna leave your aunt down here, are you? Leave me here all night. She's gonna roll devious nurture
I'm gonna just ignore
with her 2 dice. Both of them are from devious.
I will.
No nurture at all.
None. No. None. She's a psychotically abusive woman.
We have different parental figures.
You are
Both
cunningly
equally incompetent.
you are cunningly equipped to ignore her complaints.
Alright. And,
Alright, that will end the scene.
Well,
So
I can make an argument for either greed or corruption here.
Yep, you could make some go +1 corruption or +2 greed. Huge ill-gotten gains. I would define this as huge ill-gotten gains.
I think
You
I
just
wanna
knocked
take-
over a sporting goods store and stole a car.
Yeah, which I then got rid of.
You still stole it.
Yeah.
Getting rid of it after doesn't make that wash out.
No, I think I would like to take that 2 green if
You could also go +1 cowardice, humiliating someone.
I want the 2 green.
That's up to him.
Yeah, I know.
2 greed.
Thank
Yes. You could also attempt to argue repentance.
I didn't
I
kill
think it's
anyone.
for the benefit of the team. I mean, it's not really
It's
for
helping
me.
someone with no expected gain.
Give me a
Generosity.
second to study the sheet,
It could be generosity.
which I actually don't think I brought. Can I steal someone's sheet?
I could see an argument, espionage knowledge, learn something new and important. Body control wears off after a bit.
And that I don't have espionage to lose.
Alright. No repenting there. I don't see any of the rest of these working.
Helping someone learning something new and important, demonstrating mercy, or protecting someone new.
Losing a conflict, no.
No.
Admitting to wrongdoing, fuck no. Telling a truth injurious to your interest, nope.
I should have told her, like, I stole a bunch of sporting goods.
I knocked over a liquor store, fuck off.
Yeah, nope, that's,
Yep.
nope.
It was a sinful evening.
What was that? But hey, my sneaking is
Edmund's been doing this week.
gonna be improved.
Sorry that took so long.
Sorry, yeah, that was my bad.
I suppose I was doing a lot of knitting
as well.
and sewing.
Are you making a costume too?
Yeah.
Are you making a costume? Sure. That would be patient generosity to see how nice your costume is.
I fully plan on
1,
stealing
2, 3.
You can take your time.
Yeah.
If you take your time, it takes 2 or 3 times longer, but you either add +1 or +2 dice. Given you have a couple of weeks, you could add +2 dice here.
Should should I -1 because I want to sort of do this in secret and I have a roommate?
You don't lose a die doing that.
Okay.
It just you would then also roll cunning greed
Okay. So 2 dice.
or cunning espionage.
Yeah. So 1 die.
So yeah, first of all, roll see how shitty your costume is. Come on.
Let's see.
You actually have a pair of 6s. You have a decent looking costume.
No,
Oh,
pair
that's
of
a 9.
4s.
Pair of 4s. It's still a costume. It's passable.
Yeah.
You got a set. It looks. It's not like your industrial light magic, but it's not embarrassing
Yeah.
to be caught dead in. What's your costume look like?
Well, it has sort of a snake head like Copperhead. I don't know if you know who that guy is.
I am familiar with Copperhead. I
Yeah.
will find a picture.
Anyways. Yeah, it sort of covers my face and mouth with the things, and I see through the nose holes or nose slits. And but it sort of
Like a
has like
Disneyland costume.
yeah, sort of. It has my mouth here, where my mouth area is visible, but it comes up sort of like my neck for the bottom bit, so it's sort of like a Disneyland mascot.
Golden Age or like the more modern?
I don't know. I think the only one I saw was the one from Justice League Unlimited.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, no.
Oh, he's talking about the DC Copperhead, which is different.
Yeah, what's the rest of your outfit look like?
It's mostly in well, I suppose most of it is black. I want to sort of differentiate between what the other colors are, so I don't know what. I guess maybe black and blue. Like black, mostly black with blue stylings.
That's gonna be store bought.
Mostly black with blue things you couldn't find that were black versions of.
Yeah. And yeah.
With Paraphores, I'm going to say that the snake head thing.
Yeah.
It's just a spandex
I'm gonna
snake
say
suit.
No, I'm going to say the snake head thing is a stuffed animal which you have gutted. So it's like got a bit of cotton batting popping out of it.
What the hell did you do to my teddy bear, Mr. B? It is the way of the universe, Baldric. I hurt your teddy bear hurts one of the cats hurts the mouse,
Come on,
and the mouse...
cutting espionage. Have your roommates plot you. Parents' heads!
Oh my god.
A roommate walks in on you as you're just like fitting it on. It's like, what the fuck are you wearing?
We're at fair. It's a costume party.
You must
Don't want
kill
to
him
know.
now.
Is this like a sex thing?
Yes.
You don't want to know, Baldric.
Give me either devious deceit or devious honesty.
Okay, that'll be 5. I have the same for both deceit and honesty, so I'm debating about which for fluff reasons. Like this is a fursuit. I'm a scaly.
Okay, you will roll insightful honesty.
I got nothing.
He also has nothing though.
My top one's a 9.
Not sure if that's true or not, but he's gonna leave the room at this point. He leaves the room, closes the door. The door opens again, he looks in, closes it again. And you hear his bedroom door close.
I think you
And
should ask
lock.
this. You should ask like, oh, does this make my butt look big?
Does this make my butt look big? No? Damn.
So anyways, and also I'm working on an insignia, which I have, I'm sure I showed it to you, like it's like a crosshairs thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, crosshairs thing, white circle, and a snake making the sign now.
Yeah, sideways. Alright. You sort of stitch it in. It's a little wonky.
Yeah.
Actually, you accidentally stitch in a cosine wave.
Yeah.
Like, wait. Fuck. I was doing it upside down. Yeah, I fucked it up. Oh well.
No, arc sign is upside down.
Arc side. There you go. Alright. You can make an argument for what? Not really anything in there. No, I don't think there's really anything that applies there.
Repentance, protecting someone from drowning.
No. Alright. It's now 8:15. Moving on to the plot of this chapter. Oh, don't apologize. This was great. I've been loving this so far.
This is a really, really fun. It's fun watching other people's stuff.
They're all beautifully absurd, and I love it.
Story of a pork.
I actually have my own teddy bear. It's just named Teddy.
Yep.
I keep him in my drawer.
As you've been making your costume, though, you have noticed that since the attack, the news has been running memorial retrospectives on Trisky Deca.
Yeah.
Aside from usual recounting of their exploits, there's supposition about what happens next. Will the mysterious explosion draw federal law enforcement? How does the demise of this team's omnipresent threat affect upcoming mayoral elections? There is also a question of whether the brands of justice will lose their sponsorship without a foe as worthy of Trisky Deca to fight. Any of you who ever watch the news, so probably you, certainly you.
I know superheroes.
Possibly you. Yeah, you certainly. I'll give you +2 advantage for this. Can give me cunning knowledge to try and know who the brands of justice are.
Actually, I have a chance to see to this. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I got a pair of ones!
Pair sixes.
Do you watch the news though?
Yes, no, he would watch the news.
Okay, sure.
Pair sixes.
Because Dad used to be
you-
a politician, too.
Yeah, you both heard of the Brands of Justice. You know that they are a superhero team of corporately funded superheroes.
Oh, yeah, you know about those.
So like Tiger and Bunny.
You actually know their names.
Woo! I know them off by heart. Almost.
You don't necessarily know everything about them, but you do know their names. There is Gamer Girl,
Okay.
Beastly Energy, X-Rocks,
Good job.
Foot Soldier. Those are the ones you know.
Okay. Gamer Girl, X Rocks, something, that guy that looks
Beastly
like a
Energy.
buffalo.
Yeah, he's a party buffalo. He's a mascot for an energy drink company,
Of course.
also
it like-
called Beastly Energy.
So Red Bull?
Basically.
I know that guy. His vending machines are all over the school.
Have fun. See if you can figure out what the other ones are. Foot Soldier, X-Rocks, and Gamer Girl. Gamer Girl's kind of obvious.
X Rocks, I saw the pictures. He multiplies. Foot Soldier, I'm guessing he doesn't fly.
No.
It's like Iron Man, but doesn't fly.
Anyway, every news report mentions Toxic Asset, the only surviving member of Triskideka. He is not currently a suspect. He was playing a 9-hole golf tournament in minimum security prison when the attack took place. Thus far, he has declined comment to any news organizations, but many people are speculating as to if he might know anything about what happened or might have any plans with their loss of the rest of his group.
Totally talk to that guy.
As you two, as well as Brendan's character, return to the school, they've patched up some of the damage in the sense that they have covered the holes in the walls with tarps, but that's about it. Like, it looks like proper repairs haven't really started. You do notice, however, that pretty much all of the stuff in your classroom and your offices is in boxes with like shipping labels marked on it.
I try to find the secretary and ask what's going on.
Agnes is in her office. Morning.
Hi, would you mind
There's a
putting-
tarp over a hole in the wall, like air, wind blowing in. Occasionally ruffles something on her desk.
Yes, Agnes, I was wondering if you might
She's actually got a gun, like a pistol, on her desk as a paperweight.
Okay. I'm wondering what's been going on with the officers.
Oh, the Channing Educational Group, they're packing up all their stuff.
Oh,
All their clocks and pencils and pens and trademark stuff. Packing it all up and whatnot. Apparently there's some sort of staff meeting today about it.
all right. What time is that?
Should be when school opens proper.
Okay.
They're going to be doing some sort of press conference outside. The mayor's doing something there. Meeting's taking place during the day.
Alrighty then. So, I notice you have a gun there.
Yeah, found it under my chair this morning.
Oh. Okay.
Mouths of Thanksgiving.
It's unloaded.
I think.
Into the wall.
It's not currently pointed at you.
Alright.
I think someone dropped it during the attack.
Carrying a gun.
Shouldn't that be
Do we?
evidence?
Shouldn't the police have taken that as evidence?
You can get a gun.
Yes.
You can just like.
I can fire a gun just like a real snake.
Used by opposable thumbs that snakes have.
It's like, let me get that for
It's a
you.
very solid pun you made there.
So, you using that for anything apart from the paperweight?
Now,
Oh, I got a much better rock here if you want to make something more presentable. I think that might be a bit threatening to guess.
if you say so.
Alrighty then.
You gonna sign that out?
Yeah, sure.
She hands you a form. It appears to be a form that she has been spending the time during this conversation writing up.
She knew
Which
this
says gun pickup. Requisition form.
Alright.
Witnessed by Agnes. There's no last name. It just says Agnes.
Yeah.
was Agnes.
I'm just gonna forge the principal's name there.
Alright, that would be a patient greed roll.
Yeah. I guess I don't get any bonuses, right?
No.
Nope.
She looks at it. You finish signing it. It looks nothing like the principal's signature. Agnes looks at it. Goes, "Are you drunk again?"
It's been a rough week.
You can give me a devious deceit or devious honesty. I would say devious deceit, actually. Even if you're not overtly lying,
Yeah.
you are deceiving. Wasteful deceit from Agnes.
I got a pair of 3s.
She has a pair of 7s. Just looks at you, cocks an eyebrow, puts the paper in her desk, slides the gun towards you.
Like you wanted in a
Try
poker
not to
game.
shoot yourself with it.
Most certainly. I'll check if it's loaded.
It is not loaded.
Okay.
You want the bullets?
I think I can find my own.
Well, that's so much worse.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, I'll grab the bullets. Sorry.
She takes just a handful of bullets out of a desk drawer,
Yeah.
hands them to you. She puts them in a coffee mug and hands them to you.
Oh, thank you.
What's you drinking? Bullets.
Anyway, as the morning comes on in full, many of the students arriving at school, it is now reopening
Yay!
after a couple weeks' absence. You have, there are no buses, so you are stuck either taking the city bus or walking to school. Walking to school is less dangerous currently because of all the news fans keeping the gangs from starting fistfights with you. They do glare at you as you wander around the neighborhood, though. You don't see any of the ones who beat you up, specifically. Perhaps, unfortunately, maybe hoping for some petty vengeance there.
Oh, no, not the petty vengeance type.
I'm the directed, spiteful vengeance type. There's nothing petty about it. The students are corralled up with a bunch of news reporters and other parent volunteers and other concerned citizens around into the parking lot. It appears the mayor is going to be giving some sort of press conference, and you are being forced to attend it unless you deliberately try to duck out of it. Meanwhile, you two, as well as Brendan, are called to an emergency staff meeting by Mr. Argyle, who is the representative of the Channing Educational Group here at the school. The meeting is taking place during the press conference, so I'm going to do the meeting first because you haven't had a chance to do anything for a while. As you guys approach the room where the meeting is taking place in the office, you see all the other teachers and administrators and faculty are in attendance. They're also asking you to put your cell phones in a box. Can't have any distractions during this meeting. We got to get through this quickly. Both of you can give me insightful corruption.
Oh. Okay.
Can we sneak it? No.
You can.
We can't go invisible.
No.
Try and sneak in.
Are we standing next to each other?
They're asking for phones.
Sure, whatever.
I think we'll want to be at them.
Devious deceit. I
I have
didn't
to
bring
get
my
ice
phone today.
hitchhiking to school,
I would take you with me, but I'm told.
as I do every morning.
Actually,
Nope.
probably not. Sorry. Don't eat on camera.
What's that then? Points at a bulge in your pocket.
A gun.
I will give you devious deceit with a +3 advantage if you actually pull out a gun. This may have consequences.
No, I'll pull
I signed it out and everything. It's legit.
I signed it out. I got a form and everything.
I'll send some bullets in this box.
And you need a couple bullets?
You can ask Agnes.
Agnes is there. Up to you.
No, I give him my phone.
He puts all those boxes up in the, all the phones in a box, sets it off on the side counter. Alright, everybody. It's 4th and 9th. Clock is running out, so we're just going to forfeit this game quick before anybody else gets hurt and we can all recover in the off-season. Those Kriskadeka bastards, they just laid us out. The bus garage is gone, the buses inside are gone, the gym's so full of holes we're going to have to completely rebuild it if we want to even turn the heat on this winter. In short, we lost. This place was only ever meant to be a tax write-off and a source of free advertising for the company anyway. The amount of money it's going to take to keep this team in the game is not business smart, and the Channings can't afford it. Even if they were willing to pay, there's no way they can get enough money this quarter to cover everything that needs to be done in time. With the charter up for renewal this year, and that peeled bastard trying to screw us over, there's no way this little plucky band of misfits from the wrong side of the tracks is going to hit their testing target. At the end of this month, we're done. Pack your stuff, polish your resumes, send letters home telling the parents to get their kids enrolled in public school. We're doing the mandatory minimum to make the kids somebody else's problem, hitting the showers, moving on with our lives. Look on the bright side, though. You survived a supervillain attack. I mean, not everybody can say that. I'd be happy to give you all letters of recommendation. Well, I mean, they'll be my secretary. And it'll really just be the one letter. You can fill in your name in the blank. But it's from the heart. I'm sure you'll get other jobs eventually. Maybe even in teaching. Anyway, I will deny anything you say about this meeting. I was never here. I am not accepting questions. Go get him, team. With that, he rips out of the room. You hear his sports car peel out in the parking lot moments later. What do you do? It appears that the Channing Educational Group does not have the interest in spending the money to rebuild this place.
Who's going to be the face?
So, well, have we tried donations, Kickstarter? You know, relying on the goodness of people to help us come together and help our children learn.
Who are you talking to?
The group.
All of them are just sort of looking at each other. I mean, I guess we could do that. I don't know if anyone would really want to. I mean, the mayor's super against charter schools. I don't know if he'd help.
Well, I guess we need a different mayor.
I mean, there's an election this year, but it's not going to happen in time. I mean, unless he died or something, I guess.
You know, the whole Kickstarter thing, it wouldn't
I don't think you understand how much
do harm.
Maybe we could try and do that and try and draw up some kind of support, I guess. I'm bowing out of this. I mean,
We'll just persuade the mayor.
I got a decent resume. I'm gonna try and find somewhere else. See if I can get anywhere. Most of the teachers look kind of despondent, and they're looking like, well, that sucks.
Someone should say, we can get the fundraising.
So, should I have rolled an insightful nurture with that, or?
That wouldn't be insightful nurture.
Oh.
That would be devious nurture, persuade with decency.
Okay.
To try and get people to do stuff.
Yeah.
They will spend with insightful deceit to stand by their wicked ways.
Yeah.
They are teachers.
I got absolutely nothing.
They have a pair of tents.
Yeah, so
Most of them don't seem interested. Like one or two seem like they might be like maybe on the fence, but it's looking like they're
No, the reason it failed was I couldn't keep a straight face throughout it.
That's appropriate. We can just draw up support from the goodness. I
Big-
can't even fit it.
Big sale, big sale, big sale.
I mean, we are ready trying to get donations in as it is. Like, I mean, that's where a lot of our funding comes from, private sector donations. But I mean, it's not going to cover this. I mean, we need to completely rebuild the gym, for one thing. I mean, we got to replace the bus garage, got to buy new buses, replace the gymnasium. There's a whole bunch of general repairs to make around the school. I mean, there's that lawsuit we have to deal with. I mean, there's a whole bunch of crap to deal with here.
Wait, what about a lawsuit? Oh, right, that poor monkey.
Oh, no, one of the students, her dad is suing for the destruction of her car. It's an Escalade.
Sorry, I'm looking at you characters like, was that something with your
I don't know.
storylines?
One
Or...
she and,
It's not either of you. It's they'll tell you it's Sarai Landry.
Okay.
She's a cheerleader at school. A typical rich bitch type. Both of you know who that is. You
Yes.
probably both hate her.
probably, yeah.
She's deeply unpleasant, and probably more evil than the creatures inhabiting your minds.
Yep.
You inhabited the wrong person to drag to hell. Sorry to
Well,
say.
she's already
As
on
a
her way to
captain of what I
hell. We
suspect
are
is the best
somewhat,
sports
we're
team at the
like
school. I probably know her pretty
swing
well.
voters.
Talking to the other teachers, apparently, Miss Landry's parents are suing the academy over her car. Apparently it was damaged when a piece of crocodile rock fell on the hood from a great height. The dent is actually fairly minor, but Sarai's father, he's actually an attorney, is claiming the whole vehicle has to be totaled due to emotional contamination. The school was required to provide a safe, monitored parking area for students who had driving privileges. So the family is arguing that makes the school liable for purchasing a new vehicle of equal value.
This would happen if we just incinerate his law degree.
You could like professionally ruin him, discredit him, set his house on fire.
Or
Yeah.
You could also just try and convince him to drop it.
Yeah, like, I'm sure, like, for example, if
You have a gun!
4 or 5 costume supervillains showed up with mystical powers and convinced him, yeah, you should probably drop that lawsuit.
And a gun! And
Just
a
show
gun.
up and just punch him in the stomach several
Drop
times.
the lawsuit! Quit law!
We don't like you working in law anymore. Find another line of work.
No, we need a lawyer.
you could be our lawyer.
You should just clairvoy, find some way to blackmail him into being your attorney when you inevitably need one.
He'll be handling all of our trademarks.
Merchandising. Blackadder action figures. Holy warrior with kung fu grip.
Anyway, as you guys are collecting your phones, yours goes off. You've got an email.
No.
It's from Mr. Argyle. It's asking you, since you do the accounting at the school, it's asking you for a rundown of the equipment for each of the extracurricular programs. He needs a rundown of the expenses and whatnot, so he can fill that out and file it away properly.
All right.
He does request that you not tell the principal or any of the administrators about this particular rundown. You can give me insightful corruption.
This is
Let's
not
try and figure out why you might be asking you that.
Insightful corruption. Come
I'll
on.
give you +2 because you are the accountant.
Okay, so that's a pair of 9s.
Pair of 9s, alright?
Pair of 10s.
You figure what he doesn't want to have happen is he's probably trying to do a cost-benefit analysis for the repairs on the school. He probably needs a full rundown of what all the equipment is worth to figure out, to get the full report in about the total cost it would take to repair the school. You realize why he doesn't want the principals to know about it is they would probably monkey around with the values, so it seems like it wouldn't cost as much to repair the place. Up to you what you want to do with it.
We'll actually have new equipment shortly.
He does. The email does say that, unlike the rest of these, clowns, he'll actually set you up with a pretty decent job at Channing if you can get this done for him. You also suspect that might be horseshit.
Yeah. Can I roll another devious corruption to see if it's horseshit?
You already succeeded. You're pretty sure that's a lie.
Yeah, okay.
You might be able to convince him to do it for real. But
Yeah, so...
you could also reveal what he's doing to the principal. Just let him cook books. Which would mean that the Channing Educational Group would think it would cost less to repair the school. I will tell you that the central sort of idea of this sector is it costs a certain amount of, quote, money units to repair the school. It is 1 to replace the bus garage, 1 to buy new buses, 1 to replace the gymnasium, 1 to make general repairs to the school, 1 if you do not do something about the Sarai Landry's lawsuit. It is also, there's a couple of other things that it would subtract some if you get the books cooked, but it would probably piss off Mr. Argyle significantly. And he is higher on your chain of command than the principal is. Up to you.
Well, I don't really like the principal, but I sort of like keeping my job here. So I'm thinking, I think what he's telling me is horse crap. So I'm thinking of cooking the books on my own and leaving the principal out of it.
Alright, that would be patient greed to do that.
But I don't have that much.
And I assume you're going to be taking a bit of time in order to do this?
Yeah.
Perhaps enough time for a mysterious donation of sporting equipment to
Stall.
Yeah.
Good.
Not just
Yeah.
sporting equipment.
Could be a mysterious donation of sporting equipment.
And a bag of jewels.
I reply that...
That might require a fence of some kind.
I reply that given the extensive amount of damage, it's probably going to take a long time for me to figure out exactly how much this will all cost.
Sure. I'll give you devious deceit. I'll give you +2 because it's an email. You can take your time with the wording.
Yeah. So devious deceit and +2.
Yep. He's not actually very insightful.
Oh, 2 7s.
He says, alright, just try to get it within the week.
Okay.
So, mean list. I always say that. You should know this by now. It's just fun. You two have been corralled up in the parking lot as a hostage audience to a hastily organized ceremony. Mayor Schlafly Peel is coming up to the podium. He is fairly well dressed. He's a black gentleman in his 50s, probably. He is a Democrat. You know he is. Are either of you particularly politically minded?
His dad, Baz's dad, was a politician, so
Right, yeah.
yes.
You know he's a Democrat. You know he hates charter schools. The main reason he hates them is because they have essentially safer facilities than Kirby's public schools, and they basically make his public schools look bad. Ladies and gentlemen of the assembled groups, we stand today on the field of a scene of tragedy and despair, but from it comes some hope. To realize the brave teachers who managed to evacuate the school from the heinous attack by Trisky Adeka.
There is news footage behind him of me pushing students out of the way as I run out the building.
Probably not, honestly. But be hilarious if there was. Just like shoving a kid out of your way.
Like it looks.
You certainly remember seeing that. I will compliment the brave teachers of the Academy for their heroic efforts to get the children out without casualties, although the injuries and psychological scars will take much longer to heal. I hope that some good can come from this tragedy as the public realizes that the metal detectors, guards, and other security measures in our public schools are not draconian. They are necessary for the safety of our children.
Even though they were completely useless.
This school doesn't have metal detectors.
It
It does have a resource officer,
Yeah.
and it does have actually better security systems than most public schools,
Because metal detectors are
having
gonna
electronic
stop us.
locks. Incidentally, you've discovered that those little ID badges, the dye on them runs horribly. All the other students appear to have thrown them away. They appear to be discontinuing their use because they just bleed dye and ruin clothing. So they have disabled the electronic locks. Most of them were damaged when their doors were kicked open by supervillains
What
anyway.
idea were they?
Presumably, whoever planted those things.
You can ask around administration, see if you can figure out who, if anyone, approved their use.
Yep.
Yeah, so,
They'll do that.
You don't know. You showed up to school and they were just there.
well, one
Agnes
did,
just handed you one.
well, one did burn into my thing, so I would probably ask, well, I don't know. I'd ask, like, where did we get those lanyards from?
Agnes, if you asked her at the staff meeting, none of the staffers seem to know. Agnes just says they were at the school. She got a memo that said she was supposed to hand them out. Everyone describes getting a memo.
Okay.
No one recognized the sending address, though.
Okay.
What's the sending address?
A probably nonsense name. Fergenmeyer24 at gmail.com. Anyway, back to a speech in progress.
Boo.
I was gonna say,
Are you booing?
Because metal detectors are gonna stop a supervillain.
Yes, I boo. Because I've been there in public school.
Actually, if we have a piece of metal on our chest.
Anyway, I'd like to commend our students for their perseverance and bravery in overcoming dangers, life-threatening situation they were put into, danger they were placed in, and problems abounding in this tragic scene. And I know that the toughness of these brave Kirby youth are going to see them get the test scores they need to get this Academy's charter reinstated this year. They aren't going to let supervillains win.
So he thinks the school's just gonna keep.
He's pretty sure they're not going to succeed at that particular task, and he'll be able to shut down a school he hates.
Okay, so he.
It's a backhanded threat.
Okay.
Although it does sadden me to see these lovely facilities so damaged, and while my disagreements with charter programs are a matter of public record, I'm big enough to say that this is one of their strengths. At least the Channing Education Group has enough private sector money to pay for all this destruction without being a burden on the taxpayers.
Yeah.
We thank you and stand by your noble service.
Yeah, he's pinning it all on them.
Yeah. You're pretty sure the
Daring them.
city council is not going to be providing any funding to keep the school open.
Oh, they will. They just won't know it.
It's pretty sure that
They will.
Yeah,
They just won't know it.
you're probably not going to get the help in the public sector without some work. You also know that the school's going to need to get back to 100% operational efficiency in some kind of record time. Otherwise, the students of the academy are going to find themselves thrown back into the violence and overcrowding of Kirby's legendarily terrible public schools. A couple of other students join you in booing.
We throw. I guess we don't have food.
No, you have Georgia's food.
No, because you're basically all let go, so we would not have food. We throw shoes.
They haven't let go yet.
You've got a month, basically.
Okay.
If you can do something to drum up money in a month, you two can prevent yourselves being thrown into a much shittier set of schools.
Again.
And you two can keep your jobs and not have to find a teaching job midway through the year, which is nearly impossible.
Yes. Substitute.
Also, Glenda.
Finding a teaching job mid-year is a nightmare. Finding a job after a full year off is nearly impossible because everyone assumes you got fired for a good reason or that you're lazy.
Yikes.
Anyway, what would you guys like to do at this point? You guys can
do
certainly
we-
meet up with one another.
Yeah, let's meet up.
I run through the halls.
The patchwork halls, uneven flooring, loose tiles,
I'm nimble enough.
tarps covering up the whole
I'm
And she's
nimble.
gonna like, goes
It's
like
nothing like my neighbor. It's just like my neighborhood.
I
It
like
is a lot like your neighborhood.
as you turn to run away, I let you just kind of go over, like grab a shoulder and go like, I think we need to talk.
Still running.
Try and hide. Hide. Come on, jeez.
You spot these two coming out of a staff room.
It's like, come with us, teachers and lunch lady. We need help.
Yes, what is the issue, young?
The other instructors are like, do you need us or something?
No.
No, we've
Hey.
gotta. We need some help with our math homework.
And I'm hungry.
Exactly.
And I'm hungry.
We need math tutoring and also snacks. Just the cock eyebrows, just like, I have a resume to polish. I don't need this shit now.
We need to work on your subtlety. I believe you have an office.
I have a classroom.
You have part of a classroom.
I
Yeah.
believe my kitchen is still
It
intact.
has 3 walls and most of a roof.
Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near your kitchen.
Crocodile Rock did a number on your kitchen.
No, it did to the place where the kids eat.
And the kitchen.
The kitchen's attached.
You
to
assumed the
cafeteria.
destruction stopped at that point. You had to go and drag the other lunch ladies out of the kitchen.
I like to think that like
That's more than one.
Okay.
there's our school was relatively small. We had what 4
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just the head lunch lady.
and a bunch of students.
You're like the head cook, basically. Yes.
I don't remember
Cooking for an
one.
entire high school requires more than one person. Also, you can't cook and serve people at the same time, really.
We had students that helped though
I
for
worked in
free
cafeteria
lunch
for a couple
essentially.
Well, you got paid, but you could also spend that money on food at half price.
I should
So
totally work
effectively,
there,
everyone-
unfortunately.
Yes, you probably
I should
should.
totally work there.
Difference here is lunch is already free in this school
Yeah, fair.
because it's meant for impoverished students mostly who can afford lunch anyway.
Ding.
Me too.
Okay.
Are you heading to the lunchroom to try and talk?
No, that's too public.
I think the office, the classroom,
The classroom,
with the
that's
half
not-
of missing. Didn't someone bust through your
Let's go to
wall?
the
Like,
roof.
if you have part of a wall missing?
You have 3 walls and most of a roof.
Yeah.
We should just go on to the
At
roof.
least we'll know if someone
best part of
snuck
the
up
roof.
on us.
The one that covers your desk.
Yep.
Wait, I got it. We'll talk in
Fewer
my
students are
car.
probably going to sit in the back row now.
Let's talk in my car.
Sit in your ladybug car.
You could.
I mean,
No, I'm
You could all
good.
just pile into a
That would-
We
four-seater.
could just
That
go
would be
to the roof that's rickety and
Collapsing.
Deeply unstable.
yes.
Why don't we just go to the classroom? I'm really confused.
Okay.
I'm not just going
There's
to the
students hiding in the back seats.
No.
No.
I said-
no.
in the
I was
future.
just commenting on the fact that your building has missing part of a roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you're teaching class, there will probably not be people sitting in the back row
Yeah.
because there's no roof over the back
Right.
row.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
There's no one in there currently.
by the way, it's like you said, it's early in the school year, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 2 weeks into the school year currently.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
We
just
gotta
thinking
get some
Halloween.
money.
Halloween clothes or costumes are on sale is what I'm kind of.
No. I was planning to get a store-bought costume anyway.
It is currently it's mid-September.
Yeah. So,
So
that's about
Halloween
the time to
costumes
start
are
showing up.
To
They go on sale
Discount
after
Village.
No. I mean they're being sold.
They're being sold, yes.
That's
certainly.
what I meant. Not
Yeah.
not on discount.
Yeah.
It's like trying to buy pool noodles in the middle of winter. You cannot do it.
They're for sale, not on sale.
Yes.
For sale. Thank you.
On sales
They
afterwards.
are being sold.
I figured discount.
I feel like Baz is that annoying kind of person who, like, no matter where they are or whatever, they just always look like they are very, like, project smug bastard. I feel like they get to your class and just, like, tips back in a chair, has his feet up on a table.
You are technically the most experienced supervillain at this table. You have already pulled a heist.
And he has a
He's
a
Red
family
X.
history of super
There is a news report about some crazed ninja'd up hoodie thief who lifted a pallet of sporting equipment in a car. So on the lighter side news, there's a tearful store clerk saying that they used crazy mind control powers on me.
He has a bandage over his nose.
And was a cop fired?
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Well, he's He's on suspension.
Yeah.
It's actually hard to get fired.
Yeah.
They need
You have
cause.
to really fuck up to get fired. Also, he's also said he was mind controlled
Yeah.
when he pulled over the car that was
Yeah,
reported
he's
stolen.
probably
So
just-
corroborating evidence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would
The news
probably-
are running a story about apparently there's some hoodie with mind control powers.
Yeah,
And teleporting powers.
yeah. That's,
Teleporting mind controlling hoodie.
yeah, when I do eventually get my costume, my plan right now is to get like a relatively like minimalist
The news
mask
is-
with a grin.
The news is reporting the thefts of a figure they're only referring to as the Swollen Hood.
That will not be my
No, it should be a smirk, like a smirk and
Yeah.
an eyebrow raise
I'm
on
kind
the
of
mask.
thinking it's essentially like a minimalist sort of.
They suspect that he stole the sporting equipment padding as to use as armor in future crimes.
Yeah, we'll
So
go
they
with
suspect
that.
him to be somewhat bulky.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
He's quite scrawny, so.
Well, if you don't want to be called the Swollen Hood, you might want to make some sort of announcement next time you're doing a crime.
Yeah, I'll have a mask and a costume next time.
I think I'm gonna get a pink Power Ranger costume. Or a fairy with a mask.
Adorable.
Pink
You need to have fairy wings.
Right?
Yeah, I think I'll be a fairy.
I will say, it is up to you guys what you want to do. This is the point where the adventure moves into more of a sandbox mode,
Okay.
as you guys get to plan various heists to
We need-
attempt to
I
find
think we
money.
need to
Get money.
introduce ourselves to each other / establish that
Yep.
we are
I'm gonna be the
somebody.
toothy fairy.
Brendan is also there. Brendan's character is also there. He is half in the bag. Apparently, the last week has been rough on him.
Okay.
Oh, come on, get up here.
We need a better secret base.
Is that what we're going? A circle, introduce ourselves. What extra?
Well, I mean, you know who one another are.
Yeah, we're
No,
familiar.
introduce
Lunch
ourselves.
lady, math
and
teacher, smug
I need
guy.
I need a
Powers
way
of-
to discreetly introduce some sporting equipment to the school.
Wait, that was you?
inventory. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, are you the Swollen Hood? Don't call me that.
I have
I
absolutely no
will
idea what
hit
you're
you.
talking about. And,
Are you the swollen?
That is a stupid nickname. And,
That's gonna
Rimming
stick.
hood?
It is a perfectly
It's not
stupid
going to
nickname.
stick.
You totally came up with that, didn't you?
I think it sounds cool.
I mean,
For
you
some
worked
reason.
out.
I wish I had an evil
What is
nickname.
Sebastian's grade level like on my
Good.
sheet?
What's your knowledge?
Probably.
Oh,
My current knowledge is 1.
Probably not great.
Yeah, I was thinking. I imagine he's a pretty dead average kind of.
I mean, you're a total idiot in class. You have definitely came up with that name.
you can just tell.
Oh,
you can
God.
just try to mind control him right now.
I know,
It's like punch
literally-
yourself.
I am fingering the dice right now, trying to like sow the temptation.
Let's
Punch
just commence hostilities right
Punch
off the
yourself
bat.
in the groin.
Just establish what happens every time someone says swollen hood.
Your hoods will be swollen. I'm sorry.
It only works for half the people you do it to. Did you only just now realize what that was in reference to?
Oh no, I got it, which was why I was like, no.
I don't get the
that's-
reference.
Okay.
Some of that doesn't surprise
You
me.
actually-
You don't have one, so.
At least you were wearing a hoodie and not a turtleneck. Okay, we're done.
Everybody.
Anyway,
At this
vagina
level.
jokes time is over. Moving on.
Anyway,
Yep.
so yeah, do you think you can arrange that?
Yes, I think I can do some tinkering with the finances.
Alright,
Would help
so
your rundown report.
I,
Oh no,
might need
none of the
some help.
basketball equipment is damaged.
Yep.
It was all being used by the team at the
Yeah.
time. Somehow.
We've been doing some off-school
They
training,
were
so
doing
the
gym. Just as the attack happened.
If only there was some way to get a crew to
A large sum
volunteer
of
their
money.
time to do some repairs.
No, I don't think we're gonna be doing the repairs. I think we're gonna be.
No, we personally aren't going to do the repairs. We're going to see maybe like Milo. How's your grandmother? No, I forget who the guy I was talking to. We're going to hire gang members and henchmen to fix the.
Could do that.
Yeah.
I might need some help getting the equipment here.
Why do I need to help you?
Baldric has a car.
Okay. One single question: do you want to continue going to the school?
Yes.
I would like to
Do you want
continue going to the school.
free lunches and clothes that don't have holes in them?
Yes.
So, if I'm not mistaken, it is in all of our best interests that the school remain open.
Okay. but
Indeed.
I
Also,
followed.
it pays better than public school.
And I feel like we find ourselves in a somewhat unique position to advance that goal.
Should we just steal stuff?
That is
Well-
more or less what I'm getting.
Yes, so if we're
You're
going
always
to
so
be
succinct.
committing less than legal methods of acquiring items, I suggest that we come up with alternate personas, as it were.
Before we
I love that your
continue
character
this
made a
conversation-
costume before there was a plan to commit robberies.
Before we, perhaps before we
This is
continue
a hobby.
conversation, we make sure that we are not being, I don't know, spied on. We are in a.
You open the door and look outside. There's a couple students milling about. No one seems to be paying attention.
Hold on. I'll close my eyes, do a quick survey.
And maybe we should.
You see the hallway where there are a couple of students milling about that don't appear to be listening.
Perhaps we should
Your demon is now active.
assess our assets at the moment.
Should we assess someone else's assets and then take them?
I'd like to know what you all can do.
What
Well,
can you do?
apparently, I turn into a horrifying face monster with the dead ringer.
I'm
Roll it.
Okay, that will be insightful deceit. Oh, I actually got a lot for that, so insightful and
Are we about all to be rolled some kind of horror check?
that's 2 7s.
I don't know. What are you turning into? You turn into something that looks like a person.
Okay,
can make
I
stuffed
turn
animals.
into.
You can turn into a
come
horrible,
alive.
scarred-looking burn victim,
Or you could
but
turn
you
into
will
the
look like a
principal.
person. Yeah, you
Okay.
can turn into someone else, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
turn into
requests?
Sebastian to be
Turn
creepy
into
as hell.
him and
Yeah,
then just
turn
be
into
smug.
Sebastian.
And just be smug.
This is
right
you.
now.
That's what you look like.
This is what an ass you look like all the time in class.
Also,
yeah,
you are
you're-
certain that he totally robbed that warehouse at this point because you have memory of it.
Oh, is that a thing that happens?
Dead
Yes,
Ringer, yeah,
yes.
it gives you superficial memories.
Nice.
It also copies behavioral tics and speech patterns. The Prince of Lies is pretty good at equipping his minions with shape-shifting powers.
Yeah, no, that's
Anything your character knew, like dead, like cold, he knows. Like combination to your locker, he probably knows that.
So, yeah, I probably should have done that with someone more useful and not someone I'm going to be using as an accomplice. I move
What
my...
does your shape-shifting look like? Does it look like the false face, like move your hands around on your face, shove things into place kind of thing?
Yeah, I guess play fate, like...
Or do you
early-
just like grab your skin and peel off your whole body like snap hands?
No, it's
wait,
like
wait,
it's like flash mob style. It's like you tear away your clothes and
Well,
you're
yeah,
supposed-
it's a mix. It's a mix of
That'd be
things. I
amazing.
don't tear off my face because that's too much like a snake. You know,
Or is it
that-
just like every cartoon where someone like Team Rocket changes outfits by just like pulling their shirt and throwing clothes away?
Yeah,
And suddenly the disguise goes away or just like appears.
magic trick. Yes.
Yeah, I suddenly pull
So
out
yeah,
my
it's
clothes
like
and
flash
suddenly.
mob
Oh wait,
suits.
I'm in costume right now. Here, you didn't see this yet. It's not ready.
Still in beta.
Close beta.
All right.
There's like an empty skin with like a cotton clothes on it, like lying on the floor. Yeah. Do they just stay there or do they like evaporate after a while?
They evaporate like when bodies would fade away in video games.
Complete into fading into like wireframe and then disappearing.
Yeah.
Like the polygons are deloaded.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I can talk nonsense as I'm a math teacher, so I've always done that.
Concur.
yeah.
Okay.
You know that currently you need 4 money units for the school to remain open. You could subtract a money unit if you can get the lawsuit dropped.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could also try any number of other things to try and
Who's gonna? I think I
Well,
actually felt like
you
those
could
two
try
to
and
go
go on the news,
persuade
try
the
and get
attorney.
someone to put you on the news and try and drum up some sort of donation drive.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be me? Because I'm already a sad, impoverished kid that had national attention.
Good.
Yeah.
Most of the news vans are pulling away. There's one that's remaining, which is from Fox News.
Fox News.
Yep.
Yep.
They're doing some sort of human interest story.
Yeah, I'm basically going to be her face. Like, I do all the talking for her. She just has to look really sad and...
Wait, no, you don't have to do that. Just be her.
That too.
Which of us is better at lying?
I have 3 devious and 1 deceit.
I have no deceit.
Yeah.
Actually, we could always discredit the lawyer.
Turn into the lawyer.
Yeah.
You could drum up a political scandal really easily.
Yeah.
Dead is great for that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So the
I'm
mayor's
going
using
to
this
turn
lawyer
into
to
the
save
lawyer
the school.
dad and try to seduce the principal's wife.
Shouldn't what you do turn into the
Try.
lawyer and then make the mayor look bad? Like the current mayor?
Oh, I guess, but I really don't like our principal.
Yeah.
Okay, you can save that. Your
Alright.
pocket aces.
Stupid.
I'm gonna have them so busy with marital problems that they'll drop the lawsuit and be too busy for it. Alright, I'm gonna turn it to him, and one of you need to each take a fall. And someone's gonna need to work a camera.
But it would be.
We could always just have him go onto onto the TV and be all like, you know what? In the light of this tragedy at the school, we decided to drop our lawsuit, and in fact, we are going to make a donation to help improve the security at this facility in the future to help prevent this kind of
Good.
tragedy again.
Slight
and then he
flaw.
would be locked into.
Slight flaw, people know superpowers exist.
Yes, right. I forgot.
They're just gonna be like, yeah, that's not me. That's a shapeshifter.
Damn it.
Yeah, the thing with
Yeah, I forgot.
scandal is,
You gotta make it subtle.
well, the thing about a scandal is,
Believable.
Yeah.
like,
For
think about
example,
it.
you could turn it to him, hire a prostitute and snort blow-off her boobs on camera,
Yeah.
and get that leaked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could do that. That
There.
would work better if he was like a politician or something.
Yeah,
Most people don't really care if a lawyer hires a prostitute.
yeah.
It would be funny.
You could turn
You-
into the daughter of
I was gonna-
Ratar or something.
Wait.
I was gonna say, turn to the daughter, get.
Of the lawyer bribing jury.
Try that.
Are there any important
But then you could
cases
just tell
going
him
on
to
right
bribe
now?
the jury.
You'd have to look into that.
Well,
You
then
have
we
to
can
go
say
investigate around the
bribe
courthouse,
jury.
try and find that out. That'd be a patient. That's probably a patient greed check.
But you can always get some sort of blackmail, something embarrassing on the daughter, and then blackmail the.
You do know that Sarai Landry has had problems in the past, which her parents have generously paid her way out of. Let's see, where's one of them?
Okay, so actually, you get the daughter, have her destroy the school some
The
more,
only
and
reason
then,
she's
like,
attending Brighter Futures is because literally no other schools will take her. She got expelled from her last one for ramming a bus with children on it into the car of a football player who failed to ask her to a dance. Unluckily for everyone else, her parents are rich and deliberate enough to buy her out of problems.
So our superpower's money.
So just get
Also, God help you if you mispronounce her name.
Sarah Carla.
Sarai,
Oh,
not Sarah.
okay. So you should get her to do something, and then her parents throw money at the school to make it go away. That would be helpful too. No ideas on absolutely how to do it.
You're our face guy over there.
Yes, I'm literally the face. So, what do you guys do?
Well,
He's the face
I'm
guy,
going
he's the
to
body guy.
teleport to demonstrate because, actions, words.
There's no real consequence to failure. You
I'll just-
eventually do it.
Teleport from the desk I'm sitting at to a different desk. And
Wait, was that teleporting or super speed?
teleporting.
Okay, good. You have to sort of specify these things.
You
And
should teleport or grab a sandwich and then come back. I'm gonna give me your sandwich.
I kind of like. Yeah.
I can also sort of do that, except I don't go, but my vision does.
So
You can
can
teleport
remote-
your eyeballs? That sucks,
Wow!
man. You really do a short straw here.
Are you trying to say you can remote view things?
Is that a word?
Well, by virtue of the fact I just said it, yes.
No. It's 2 words.
That was a much better response than I wish I had thought.
Look,
That's why I'm
just
better
hold
play by voice.
a number behind your back, and I'll tell you what it is.
Hold up a number of fingers, yeah.
I'll do it.
We're all doing the same.
It's like, okay, I could do this
No,
without
I wrote it.
powers.
I wrote it on a card though, and then I put it behind me.
Yeah.
You write on a card, you just draw a picture of a middle finger.
Yeah.
So, you have a middle finger, you have a middle finger, you drew a picture of a middle finger,
So it's like,
and Brendan is still just stone drunk. He drew a bottle of whiskey. He is a handsome drunk. The morning light shimmers off of his whiskey bottle.
And it dances off his masculine features.
So yeah, currently I can go about a.
He conjures a bottle of whiskey and drinks it.
So yeah, I can look anywhere within a 4-mile radius.
Sure. Convenient.
How big is
Hey,
Kirby?
you want to check out the sporting equipment? It's on the top of the apartment by the community center in insert borough here.
So I'm assuming it's less than 4 miles. It's less than 8 miles in diameter.
But if it took like an hour to bus there, isn't it farther than 4 miles?
No.
So I'm asked to
It's
look at some
not.
sporting equipment on roofs.
I mean, like an hour to bus is from your place to Metrotown is almost an hour by public transit. And
No.
Me going to
10
work
minutes
takes an
drive.
hour.
20 minutes if I take the SkyTrain. So.
Oh, it's about half an hour.
The trick with how long does it take to go somewhere by bus is how many times do you have to transfer bus?
Yeah. How come I feel like the public transit here is probably not? It's
2 nines.
It's not amazing, but it's not the worst.
2 nines.
Yeah, you can play your way around.
Yeah. I'm looking at the sporting equipment.
I gave her an approximate address.
You comment that it's poorly hidden.
It's on a roof.
Yeah.
There doesn't appear to be anyone around it.
Yeah. My kid's still there. Hey, what do you do?
I make things poof, and then things dance.
I think I might
Specific.
need a bit more details on the second one though.
Oh, I almost forgot. I can also shoot fire.
Good to know. Maybe
I can throw bolts of holy fire. Want to see? No. Not in the classroom.
I know.
And
Hand me
judging
something.
from the fact that
Yeah.
he has
Here,
he has right
hand
now
you
a
a
small
pencil.
pyramid of
Okay.
whiskey bottles, I assume his superpower is summon whiskey bottles.
Psychic Gaku
I was walking.
Yeah, so he hands me a pencil.
Can I body control and shut up and sit down?
Just to hear it.
He's being quiet now.
Okay.
He throws up a little.
I soulless materialism. I bring the pencil to life and I tell it to dance.
Dance for me, pencil, dance!
Dance, puny pencil eye.
And then I poke it to banish it to another desk.
And it just dances over there.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Oh, so you can teleport other things.
What's the range on that?
30 feet-ish sometimes.
Right. So we're gonna need another way to get that equipment here. You got a car, right?
Baldric has a car.
I can teleport it
You
to my
got a car,
locker.
right? It's that big obnoxious ladybug thing, right?
I can teleport it to my locker.
Noxious.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Guys, I can teleport it directly
I
into
just
my
had
locker.
this mental
Oh, right, you
image
can!
of like a skid of sporting equipment lashed to the back of a Volkswagen Beetle, like just dragging along the highway.
I can vouch for the fact that those things do not have a lot of storage space.
No.
That sucks.
You can't even put like the...
Rack on it.
No, because it's like more.
But
So,
if you can teleport
First
it to
things
your...
first, if we're going to do anything illicit, we need disguises.
Yeah.
You do also know that apparently somebody killed off the members of Triskaideka
Right.
and appears to have deliberately given you Chump's powers.
So,
You're not sure
Did you?
why,
yeah.
and you do know there's a surviving member of Triskaideka in a minimum security prison just outside town.
If I
Probably
get
One
close
who
enough,
has years of experience in supervillainy.
You know, if I get close enough, I can probably
he
spy
can
on
he,
him.
I want to go there and see if he can handle our numbers.
Where's the prison?
Sorry.
Just outside town.
Just outside town? So if I be like, say, 3 miles away from me and take a poke?
Yeah, you can clear boy around there. Give me a roll.
2 6s.
Cool. Yep. It is a minimum security prison. It does not actually have a fence around it. It just has a hedge.
Oh my god.
It's a minimum security prison.
Yeah.
That's not even a lie. That's a thing.
Literally just go in and visit him.
Yep. You do see a guy you recognize from the news, from pictures of him, as Toxic Asset in his prison jumpsuit. He is currently playing cards with a couple of other people at the table.
Is he cheating? Does he have a
Not
good
as far as you
hand?
can tell.
I don't think we should all walk in as a group, though.
It actually doesn't look like they're gambling.
I would
Not allowed to
rather
gamble.
not be there. I don't want to be walking in as part of a huge massive group.
But
I'd
you're
rather
the,
wait till you
but
get in.
yeah, but you should go in because you can go invisible and you can teleport.
No,
Yeah, but
no.
I feel like I should wait till you've got him somewhere that's out of a range of a camera and then just teleport in.
Or no. Let's just have some random individual just show up and meet
Yes,
with him.
I think
like,
that's a good idea. In fact,
Like the principal.
Good job.
It's like, do you only know how to turn into like the one guy? No, I just really like turning into this one guy.
fucking with his
I'm gonna sleep with his wife later.
As him, though? And then at the end, it's like, I'm not him. Oh!
That's messed up.
Yep.
All right.
Do you want to go on your own and do that?
Well, you technically won't be on your own. I would be watching to make sure that it was wrong.
I'll be watching
And I'll-
everything you do.
Yeah, we can do that now.
If anything
Because
goes
he's back
wrong,
up.
you
He'll
teleport
go.
in.
Yeah. I could teleport in if necessary.
So how do we get there?
Or
Okay. Can we all fit in there?
it's a bug. It'll more people.
Okay.
I'll meet you there.
Yes, our IT man is a little too far. We'll wait. He'll.
Are you at least replacing your hoodie before you go porting around down again?
I'm going to.
Or are you
go to
just
the theater.
sticking with it?
I'm going to go to the theater department at the school. I assume the school has some.
It has something left of the theater department.
Yeah. I just need to find a cloak. Our theater department had like 12, so presumably they
Give
will
me
have
cunning greed.
I have a lot of greed. I have a pair of 4s and 3 3s.
Yeah, no one's in there right now. So
I'll just find a nice.
find a cloak. It's got some holes in it, some burns on it.
It's just a
Covers your head though.
It's just a temporary thing, and a nice.
Find me a mask, too.
I'll find a butterfly mask or some kind of fairy-esque mask for you, something sparkly and pink.
Yay.
Because I feel like there's 2. There's like one plain white one and one like sparkly pink one. I'm like, yeah, no.
Or it's
Find
the
the
drama.
opera
I
mask.
feel like it's the drama mask, and there's a happy one and a sad one.
Yeah, well, I am kind of going for something like sort of like the hexadecimal-y, like, I want something kind of smirky and...
It's
Like,
a happy
at the moment,
one,
I
and
just
I'm
need
the
like
sad
I
one.
You
just need
just
like
see a blank
prototype
white
right
mask,
now.
and you figure you can paint like lipstick on it and eyeshadow. You said hexadecimal.
How
But I
about a
mean
Guy
that,
Fawkes
like,
mask?
I mean, a
Yeah,
manly
and
hexadecimal.
the Guy Fawkes mask type aesthetic is where I am eventually going with this. Because I'm doing a sort of Death Eater thing, cloak and relatively simple mask, but just like black.
Oh, I'm wondering if maybe it's something like the spooky mask from Legend of Zelda. It's just a
I'm-
block
the
of
one
wood with
tuxedo
eyeballs
mask.
in it.
I'll have a picture for next week, I'm sure. I figure the hood will, the cloak will sometimes be there, sometimes not, but the mask will be a thing.
Sure. Are you going with them out of town? You would miss your opportunity to talk to the people in the newsroom.
Yeah, I think
Try
I'm
and
gonna
get
stay
on
behind. But thanks for the mask. If you need me,
Would you like some butterfly wings to go with it?
fairy wing.
Yeah.
You find one.
Well,
You can be the final boss in a Final Fantasy game.
we'll hit a costume shop after school.
Yay! Shopping!
Road trip!
We'll knock over a Circus Emporium.
I feel like this is shopping. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah.
So you guys head off in your car, making your way to the prison. Meanwhile, you're at the school.
Yay!
There's Lin Yen, who's doing some sort of final report on the school's reopening, presumably before moving on to their network's next race-baiting, jingoistic, unethical story.
Okay.
Oh
You do
yeah,
know that for-
I'm great with these guys. They're my favorite.
You do know that for all their faults, they do have a lot of viewers who have the money.
I just wandered
So,
by with, like, hope after I stabbed myself in the eyes a little.
They don't even react to you, actually.
Ah.
You get the feeling like this news agency
Just barely.
probably isn't going to be interested in putting a tearful kid on TV to beg for money.
Okay.
You might have to lie about why you want to get on TV first. And then once you're on TV, then lie. And just hope they don't cut you off.
Okay. How do I get on TV then?
How do you get on Fox News?
I feel
Are
like I
you
should-
white?
We're in Florida, so I kind of imagined I'd be Cuban. But I guess not. Probably half.
So I guess you have
Half
to be.
because my dad sends me money. So he's actually white.
So you have to be
definitely
really,
white. My
really
dad-
racist and homophobic in order to get on there. Then.
Yeah. My dad was
Or no,
racist,
actually, just
racist,
discourage your own race.
Why are you in a group home if you have a dad? Why isn't he allowed to look after you?
I'm thinking illegal immigrant. Like I'm thinking.
Did he get deported?
Maybe.
Yeah, he sent you money from Cuba.
It could be the beautiful thing that has happened before, which is a pair of immigrants have a kid here who is a legal citizen, and they get deported, and the kid doesn't.
It's
That
gonna be
happens,
like, he's
incidentally.
from Russia. They'll be like, he's from
terrifying.
Russia. He went to Cuba, met my mom, and then
Did he go to Cuba on perfectly legitimate business,
yes,
Yeah.
involving cigars, perhaps, and
Yes.
then transported to the United States?
yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
And then I don't know. My mom probably died when we. I don't know. Did we
Just
raft here? I don't know. I made it to land. That's what's
It was a complex network. It was a marriage of convenience.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you're visibly ethnic, the quickest way to get on Fox News is to say awful things about your own race.
Gosh, I hate kids. No, I do.
Complain about all those filthy Cuban immigrants.
Sure.
Supposed to people who came here legally, like I totally did.
Touched land before they found me. It's
You were
legal.
born here.
I touched land.
yeah.
My mom landed here 30 minutes before I was born.
Is this sort of like the situation for her, like how my mother is technically a citizen of Paraguay? Because when my grandparents
Actually,
were
no, she
emigrating
went
from
into-
Germany, they lived in Paraguay for 2 weeks, during which time my mother was born.
Okay. Wow. I don't
That's a
know.
really complicated sequence.
It could be that she was on the boat when she was like going into labor, and then because she needed hospitalization, they couldn't send her away. So they had to be brought to the hospital where she still died of whatever technical reasons for being on the boat in labor. And
I believe the technical term for that is being on a crappy Cuban refugee boat while in labor.
yeah,
Cause of death, immigration.
I'm okay.
And you
It's
are
a common cause of death in this state.
not a joke.
So, where were we? Are we driving to?
She's trying to get on TV,
No.
you guys are driving.
I don't
You're
know.
teleporting in
Yeah.
a series of hops.
I'm not sure how to get on this TV though. Really, this time.
You could lie and say that you want to talk about how important charter schools are for maintaining a solid foundation of Christian education. Because
Okay.
public schools aren't allowed to teach religious stuff.
Okay.
Charter schools can.
Fair.
That
This
will
is
get
the
you
only
on.
place that you can possibly send your children to get proper, good Christian education.
Halo.
Little demon
These
hordes
psychic
holding it up.
objects, a yellow pipe cleaner to
I don't
become a
do.
halo.
I don't do psychic objects. But I
Oh no,
could.
it's like it's all this materials. Yeah, you could go devious deceit to do that.
Okay.
You could actually go devious nurture if you want to try and shame the reporter into helping the poor children.
I think I'll try to shame.
Even if you're a horrible dick, you tend to still be nice to kids.
Yeah. I think I'll try to shame.
Unless you're a specific kind of horrible monster.
Because that's just a little better off than the other one.
She will roll insightful deceit.
Yikes.
5 dice, all of them from deceit. Actually, that's not true. Some of them are from insightful.
Oh god. Oh, I got a pair of tens.
She got a pair of 9, so you beat her.
Woo!
What story did you go with?
Go with
Was it devious deceit or devious nurture you went with?
devious nurture.
Alright, so you're actually going for the sob story, like, I lost my family and this is the only
I
way
made it to this
I can
country.
get a proper
Yeah, pretty
religious upbringing.
Which is actually sounds like what I was gonna do in the first place, so yes.
Alright. You managed to convince her to interview you on television.
Okay.
She asked you some questions about how important the good words of God are to you and your upbringing here alone on the mean streets.
He is my salvation. Blah blah blah.
At this point,
Insert religious rhetoric here.
you can use whatever you want to try and roll to get people to donate money to the school. You could go devious deceit, corruption, nurture, or honesty. There's ways to do all of those.
I'm gonna have to go with nurture.
Nurture?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be just genuinely trying to reach out for honest help.
Yep. Well, I do genuinely need help.
Give me your spiel. What are you saying?
Oh my
I
gosh.
get a bonus.
please, for all the children that are that could go back home to a neighborhood where religious whatever cannot be taught.
Not giving you a bonus so far.
I'm sorry. We're God.
This is if you're going devious nurture, you're literally just honestly appealing for
Oh,
help.
okay. Yeah. Okay. For all these kids who have nowhere else to go, and the other public schools just
In
suck.
gang territory.
Are in gang territory, big eyes, and I get beat up on a possibly daily basis.
Dragged out of my house last night. My group homemates threw me into the yard in the rain
Yeah.
and they kicked me.
And my house mom didn't believe me. Here.
The only place that's safe.
Only place where I
So
can
basically,
find
you just
solace.
recapture life, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
My
Sure.
life, yeah.
Give me plus 2 there. Either add 2 dice or add 2 wit.
Dice. Pray. Okay. 6.
Pair of 6s.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. The audience of Fox can afford cable television's leisure time to watch daytime news. Students can't even afford to go to school without holes blasted in the walls. Your honest, probably tearful appeal. Because, let's be honest, if you're starting to recount this stuff, it's probably gonna make you cry anyway.
Yeah.
You actually even managed to get a slight reaction out of the reporter. She seems to feel a little bad for you for like a second.
And then
frowns,
I step in.
and then no,
Right
she
there.
frowns and then
My
goes back
demon is.
to being deadpan.
No, you don't feel bad for bad children. You're a Fox reporter, goddammit.
Wow.
She doesn't have a demon as far as you know. So you perhaps you might have made some sort of impact.
Yay! I try to be on TV as a sad
Wow.
story.
Sobs, all of the sobs. Alright. You guys have arrived at a prison. Sebastien has arrived long before you. Then realized the downside of teleporting here, that you still have to wait for the rest of the clowns to show up.
He's got like a book. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Where did you get the book?
Teleport, like you have to like teleport past somebody.
It's a math textbook.
Like he happened to teleport like behind a bench, and there was a guy sitting on the bench who just put his book down for a minute while he rummaged around his bag. He's like, eh.
Give me cutting green.
You can just teleport into the library and come back up with a book.
I could do that too, but I feel like it's funnier to steal some guy's book. No. The physics professor, the physics teacher, and he was waiting for the bus to go home. Nothing. That was a 0. I got nothing. I didn't get the book. I'm waiting here for
You
it.
tried to appear, grab it, and disappear, but you sort of missed it and vanished. Got the timing wrong.
I need to work
So
on
someone
that.
just showed up, waved at him, and then disappeared.
Anyone who saw it is thinking their mind is just playing tricks with them.
Actually, he probably is not wearing a cloak. He's probably still just wearing a black hoodie. Yeah, I don't think he would have had a proper costume on. And his mask, of course, his plain white mask, which will be replaced with a more interesting plain white mask. It's going to evolve.
So you've arrived at the prison. How would you like to go about this?
Alright, basically drop me off in a somewhat inconspicuous alleyway, and then I'll just walk to the prison as the principal.
They drop you off on the side of the road. Walk along the road for a while.
Yeah.
Just a rough, loosely paved road turning off the main highway. Heads through just some hills, some grasslands for a while, before it comes to a little gatehouse thing. There's a couple of cabins behind it you can see. Main building.
Before that, though, a signal. If the signal happens, I will call you so that we have an excuse to take a call that you have to have in private. Okay? Additionally, if you seem to be in danger,
I can't take him out.
No, but you can tell
Knock the guys out or tell them something.
and
Yeah.
tell them.
So, fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I can do that.
Backup plan.
Alright, so
Things
should I
go
roll
horribly wrong? Maybe
I like our-
insightful deceit for Dead Ringer?
Yep.
just like field work all over again.
Pair of 8s.
Now, what is the casual one?
Interrogate a lot.
5 penny espionage.
Board security guard in a minimum security prison. He's not really expecting, grand attempts at breaking in. Nope. He thinks nothing of it as you arrive. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, I was wondering if I could get an interview with,
You know his real name is Marco Grigori.
Marco Grigori.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking. I mean, don't figure your chances. I can ask him. Who should I say is calling?
Just say someone who has a bit of advice with with facing his own demons. Use those exact words.
Okay. He will pick up a phone. Dial. Hey, Marco. Oh, no, I'm fine. Just on gate duty again, yeah. Oh, cool. That's nice. Yeah. There's a guy out here. Yeah, some guy. Yeah, he says he wants to talk to you. Something about him having some knowledge of wanting to face your own demons, something like that. Is he like your rehab sponsor or something? Oh? Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah, really. Blue's Black. You should probably watch that. Yeah, I'll check it out. I mean, the Miss has been looking for something to watch for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ant-Man? Yeah, it was pretty good, In fact, I mean, the villain's kind of one-dimensional, but I mean, oh, shit, sorry. Yeah, anyway, I'll send him in. Hangs up. Yeah, he says he can come on in.
Oh, that's just brilliant. You have a nice day.
His name tag says Tom.
Have a nice day, Tom.
Right? He buzzes you in. Another random guard sort of escorts you. He's over this way.
Okay.
Walks you over to one of the cabins where you are shown in. And there is a gentleman wearing a friendly... Let's see if I can find a picture. There he is. That guy. Yeah. Friendly looking guy in an orange jumpsuit.
Yay!
Hey, morning. How's it going?
Hi. I am most certainly the principal of the school that just got attacked by supervillains, and not someone in disguise.
Okay. You know the guy's leaving, right? He points to the guard just wandering away.
Okay.
Leaving
And
your
you
own
have your
devices.
thing invoked.
Yeah, you are invoked, yeah.
Yeah.
Marco is currently not, apparently.
No.
Oh,
You got the face shifting thing going on, huh? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah. So, what the hell is going on with me?
Oh, okay. So, Alright, so what you are is what we in the supervillainy business call fucked.
That's generally describes my whole life.
He does actually invoke at this point, and your demon, which is a friend, does notice Frank Cooper from accounting, Marco Grigori's demon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, he does indeed apparently have a demon as well. Oh yeah. Alright. Okay. So, here's the deal. You probably know us as those 13 assholes who wreck stuff constantly and steal shit.
Yeah.
At this point, you probably figured out that's not so much a desire as it is a kind of a placeholder, shut up, keep him busy, the guy in your head thing going on. So, the basic method was, if you don't keep the little prick happy, he starts getting restless. And he'll start doing things like making you catch fire, or grow giant while you're trying to take a piss, and ruin your house, or make you grow goat legs while you're going to a job interview, They get rowdy, you might say. So, once a year, we got together. We organized ourselves together into this sort of kind of a self-help group, I guess you'd call it. Where once a year we'd pull some big, stupid job, all out, big fanfare, big splash. Stupid little pricks are happy for a little while. Then we just quietly donate the money to charity. We just try to move on with our lives. Sort of like a rehab kind of thing. Me though, I tried to get a bit clever with it. I got into the sort of making deals and whatnot. I got a bit too deep, and I came pretty close to teetering over the brink of getting damned entirely. Incidentally, if you go too far on this sort of stuff, that little guy, he'll actually just drag you physically into hell. I've seen it happen. It's not pretty. Yeah, anyway, I checked myself in here. It's sort of do what I can to drum up business from a charity and see if I can get myself in better graces at least for a while. What did you come down here for anyway?
Funds. No.
Mostly advice.
Yeah. On what?
And do you know
Well-
who killed?
Well, I have a few ideas. I was wondering if I could confide in you.
Sure.
All right. Like, you could maybe mentor me in sort of, like, keeping this guy occupied.
Are you looking to go down the supervillainy route?
I may have a felt costume in my closet.
Honestly, I really don't recommend it, although costume's a good start if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look, I gotta say, it's not a great route to go down. If you can keep yourself right enough to keep him shut up on his own, that's probably a better way to go, really. Or you can try and maybe go to a monastery or something. Maybe try and get your soul all cleared and purge it out of you. You can give me insightful corruption. Or insightful nurture.
I'll go for corruption. Because I have more points in there.
I have like no deceit or corruption.
That one's cocked. 2 7s.
Alright, yeah. It seems like he doesn't want to lead other people to make the same kind of mistakes he did.
Yeah.
But you're also pretty sure he hasn't really freed himself from the desire of making money,
Yeah.
so much as he's just prioritized padding his soul over his bank account for the time being.
Yeah.
He clearly wants to do some good in the world.
You should donate to the school.
You figure if you told him you were donating money to a school, that might help.
Yeah, well, my school's gotten into a bit of trouble, so I'm wondering if maybe there might be supervillainous ways of helping it out.
Well, it certainly pays better than being a teacher.
And if you specifically could maybe help out.
Tell you what, I've got some advice to give you, general advice for supervillainying. I was thinking of turning it into a book. May as well run it past you first.
All right.
Hey, first of all, the costume thing, good idea. The stupider, the better.
Okay.
The dumber and more ridiculous your costume looks, the safer it's going to keep you. You rob a bank covered in black leather wearing a ski mask and just plasma bolting everything in sight?
Yeah.
Well, see, the government's going to label you a terrorist really quickly, and that's going to get a drone strike up your ass before you can blink.
No, wait,
Now-
they're not called drones. They're called,
Goodman gliders. They're still drones, but they're Goodman gliders. The government figures that any group with incredible powers like that, and coordinated desire and skill, probably doesn't need the money for themselves. They're probably funneling it for something even worse. So, those badass types in the supervillain game, they generally get whole federal departments devoted to blowing their asses off the map. Their second heist usually ends in them all being blown to bits, which is why all of us had stupid, shitty costumes. You robbed the same bank, covered in green spandex, wearing a feather boa, and declaring yourself the Mardi Gras of crime?
Yeah.
Well, people just assume you're some guy who mixed up his antipsychotics and super soldier drugs.
Yeah.
You're going to end up with law enforcement that's sticking strictly local, which means beat cops with pistols, maybe shotguns, instead of tanks and planes. Now, the government's not going to see your crazy ass as a threat. As long as you keep your mask on and you don't give anyone your real name like a dumbass, you can probably walk out of a lockup even if you are taken into custody. Supervillainy is kind of like any other job. You either keep your dignity or you make a profit. You don't get both. Second thing I want to tell you is robbery is not actually the best way to go, really. Stealing can get you some money, but most places like banks, they don't actually keep a lot of cash on hand. They keep it in a vault, and vaults are actually a bitch to get open. And even if you do, you're going to get die packs, you're going to get sequential serialized marked bills, you're going to have a bad time. Ransoming's where it at.
So the attorney's daughter.
Everybody expects thieves, whether you got powers or not. They don't really leave fancy stuff lying around. But ransoming is like a political game, though. You hold like a McDonald's hostage, prepared to get shot by snipers. Like, no one cares.
Yeah.
You threaten like a monument.
Sorry,
though?
I'm just going to stop you for just a sec. I probably should have asked permission before, but I have a person who's recording this conversation, so...
Whatever.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's. Just wanted to run that by you. I figured it.
Don't steal my book idea or whatever.
No.
Plagiarism.
No, we're just gonna steal your supervillain ideas.
Your funeral. Yeah, you threaten monuments, though, like well-beloved political institutions. That's where the real money's at. You see, voters start to blame officials after a while if a standoff goes on too long, and eventually the bigwigs start to realize that it's better to just pay out than it is to risk their careers on having something fancy collapse. Trick is, keep the cops out, don't escalate things by killing people, and make sure you target something that's one of a kind. Something people will really care about. Especially if you can find something that's like loved by retirees, people who just sit around and watch cable news all day. Man,
So-
that's the quick stuff.
Shrink and steal the Eiffel Tower, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that kind of crap, yeah. Easiest job Trisky Deck ever pulled was that time we threatened to disintegrate Kirby's only country-style buffet.
Yeah.
Man, look, took an hour before they paid out on that one. Last thing, most important thing, that guy in your head is not your friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I could convince any guard in here to just hand me keys and let me walk out of here, but I don't. Because this stupid thing is still in my head, and I'm pretty sure it wants to kill me. If I can't talk you out of this, I just want you to know something. The second you think you're winning, that you got a handle on it, that's when it's gonna fuck you. Anyway, so what do you got for me? What do you got? Spitball something for me here, man.
Well, apparently one of my associates has already stolen a bunch of sports gear for the school.
Okay,
That
It's
helps.
off record.
not gonna help much with
Yeah.
putting buildings back.
But it will revitalize the team. Hey, look at this fancy new equipment. Don't we feel good?
Yeah, you're not there.
No, no, but just
Well, I mean, important thing to keep in mind is you can't just show up at the school and drop a sack of money and jewels on the doorstep and expect that to work.
Okay.
That's
I
not
am
gonna
the school's accountant.
Yeah, that sort of stuff is not going to stay at the school for very long. And if you're talking about repairs to that Brighter Futures place, that's going to be a lot more money than you can bury into a book somewhere. You're going to need some kind of fence. Someone who's got a lot of disposable income that could conceivably be donating money out of the charity of their own heart. Someone who might actually have that kind of cash. Now, just so happens I know a guy exactly like that who might be looking for some work, but my charity, Marco's Entrepreneurial Jamboree, it's been having some funding problems lately, and if you funnel some of your gut gains over to my charity, I would be happy to put you in line with someone who could give you some help on this particular front.
Of course, I think we understand each other.
You do realize what he's probably doing is doing something bad for you, in order to have do something good later, in the hopes that this will balance out in his favor. He's teetering on the brink of damnation, but he's still playing the game.
yeah.
I can respect that.
Alrighty. So he will tell you basically that for the price of one money unit, he will put you in line with a fence. And he'll even, he could even give you some suggestions of what kind of places to ransom or monument.
Well, one other issue is that we have a little bit of a problem case involving, I described the attorney and his daughter.
Have you tried just talking to him?
Not yet.
Not
If you
yet.
describe the whole thing to us, is it okay? Sounds to me like you've got some classic rich bitch who's trying to throw her weight around. I mean, I'm guessing the dad doesn't actually care about this. I mean, you could probably just convince him it's not worth his time,
Yep. Now, by
It's not worth
convincing,
or you could, convince. Honestly, if he's that wrapped up in paying off, if you tell like who Sarai Laundry is and stuff, like, you go, yeah, okay, if her dad's accustomed to paying off her nonsense, you're probably going to need to get her to drop the lawsuit. Talking to him is probably not going to help.
yeah.
We got
You
this.
could just talk to her, you could bribe her, threaten her.
set her on fire with laser eyes. I don't know what else you got to work with. One of our guys had laser eyes. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Generally got into vaults and whatnot pretty handily.
I didn't ask about her. I didn't let her demonstrate it while we were inside a building, but apparently a friend of mine shoots beams of scorching hot justice, she calls it.
Probably hellfire.
Yeah.
I serve justice in a bolt.
Now,
The
another thing I can
justice
tell
server?
you, since we're good friends in all of this deal here, is you don't necessarily need to steal a bunch of money. Alright, so you lost a bus garage and buses.
Yep.
Well, the only reason you really need those is because of all that gang activity in the area. People could walk to school if there weren't gangsters, so you could just get rid of the gangsters. You could also just steal buses. I mean, why steal money to buy buses? Just steal buses.
We'll steal the next town over's
That's
gem.
what I'm. Is there like a Desert Bluffs equivalent here that we can just go totally screw over?
What's another name for? What's another famous comic book artist, like as famous as Jack Kirby?
Scotty Young. He's my favorite comic book artist anyway.
And
yeah.
you're asking the wrong person.
It's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's it. There's a town nearby called Ditko.
Yeah, that place is a surrealist shithole. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I mean, your kids could probably walk to school if the gangsters were busy being on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job.
Fair.
Go with the flow and
No.
whatnot.
You've been very helpful.
Like, I feel this is like Megamind cleaning up the streets with his like shrinky freezy gun. This is gonna end so well, guys.
If you agree to his deal,
Yeah.
that will put
Wait,
you
hold up. Did he ever mention anything about a soul?
What?
Anything about what?
Did he mention soul? 'Cause-
No. No, he
okay,
did not.
good.
And they don't make deals with
Other Hellbinders, it doesn't work.
All right.
It's a terrible investment. Someone
Right.
else is going to
Wait,
claim on
wait,
that
wait.
soul. There's this
What
whole
about
legal
If
archie-barchie
there were
tie-up.
any enemies of Shisky and Deca that might have had it out for them.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a few. I mean, there's the Brands of Justice, of course. They were kind of a problem. I mean, here and there. We kick their asses most of the time. They do a lot of editing, though, to make themselves look better than they are, but, I mean, they're probably not going to bother with you guys. I mean, you're pretty small fry at this point. I mean, I assume it's not you, and you said there's one friend. How many of you guys you got, anyway?
5 in total.
5 in total, all right. So, let's see.
Just gonna tell this guy everything.
So,
Yeah.
that's probably there. So, 7 others then kicking around somewhere. Yeah, see, if you die, that little demon guy, he goes into one of these little amulet things. The next person who picks it up, they get possessed.
So that's what the lanyard was.
Lanyards?
Sorry, my school gave out these weird lanyards. So a bunch of us got red ones, everyone else got blue.
And then we got.
The red, I had a red one.
We targeted.
The other red people with lanyards get superpowers?
That's sort of what I'm
We were
implying.
targeted. I'm not there.
Weird. It's not the brand style. I mean, they are all about flash. They need to get their contracts paid out. I doubt an angel would do something deceitful like that. Oh yeah, angels exist too, incidentally. If you see one, just run. They suck.
Are they painful or like?
Oh fuck yeah! It's like being hit by a Mack truck. Yeah, they're not shy about punching either.
So they're a little unhinged, violent, as it were.
Yeah, not really. I
Oh,
wouldn't call them unhinged. They just really hate you. On account
okay.
of you being possessed by demonic hellspawn.
Well, it's not like I chose to be this.
They sort of view that as a downside. Yeah, weird, right?
Well, it's not like I chose to have my little friend here.
Yeah, well, I mean, neither did I. That's why they set up Trisky Deck. I mean, it's like a sort of rehab kind of group. You could try the same thing, I guess.
Yeah.
We all we did like a cell structure kind of thing where each of us only knew one other person's real identity. I knew TerraTrack, Marvin Lee was his name. He's dead now, it doesn't matter.
This was that.
Everyone else just sort of knew one person. That way, if someone got captured, they couldn't rat out everybody.
Too
bad.
Believe that one.
I recommend a similar system. Oh, no? Oh, well. Anyway.
Yeah, we all sort of figured each other out pretty much immediately, so...
So you're going to want ridiculous costumes if you're going to go doing something like that. Now, the fence I can put you in line with, his name's Mac Jaffrey. He's responsible for that email client pretty much everybody uses, Micheal.
Yep.
Yeah. He made probably more money selling his customers' personal information than he ever did off the software itself. But,
Well, the software was free. I'm assuming, like, if he made 1 cent off the personal information, then...
Well, it's not exactly free. I mean, it's ad
Ads.
space and stuff like that. Selling personal information. You know, if your grandmother doesn't know how to delete attachments labeled free monies, click nows, chances are she's probably working on something loaded with Jaffrey's software. Anyway,
I don't think your
everything in his
costume's stupid enough.
business is technically legal, but his personal life he's been having some struggles with. He was actually only 18 when he sold his first line of code and became a millionaire. He's in his 40s now, and he hasn't really matured much since then.
Sweet.
Well, money can buy a lot of forgiveness, but his latest screw-up, not so much. He was extradited from a South American compound on federal drug and weapon charges. He tried to buy assault weapons from an FBI agent posing as a member of an Ecuadorian drug cartel. When they asked him why he needed them, he's on record as saying, "How else are my bodyguards going to blow up that village and make room for my weed fields?" Upon arrest, he defended his actions by clarifying the fields of marijuana were for personal use. He's currently under house arrest somewhere in Kirby. I mean, I can give you his address if you want.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we go way back. Anyway, I can introduce you guys. I'll introduce you guys as like experienced supervillains. So he'll probably have some sort of job he wants you to do in order to get him to work off this fencing kind of stuff.
Why were they at the school in the first place?
What?
Why were these guys at the school in the first place?
What are we talking about? That was
Why
their whole
just
1 year
this-
thing.
Yeah, but what was their specific, like,
Yeah.
who planned
What was
that
the
one?
plan?
They're gonna
So-
blow us out with buses.
I was just wondering why the supervillains came to our place in the first place.
I have no idea. That's just weird. I mean,
The guy was
normally they're big into flash. You try to do some good on the side, rob some giant financial institution that's doing some shady business on the side, let people find out about that. Then you score a couple
Leverage
of good
stuff.
points on the good side there while you're at it. I don't know why the hell they'd attack some crappy inner city charter school. I mean, there's not really any money in that.
It's training educational.
The only thing I can think is that whoever
Training education is
the only thing I
definitely...
can think is whoever got them doing it wanted to blow them up. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. I don't know why they want to give you clowns powers, though.
This is turning to a very disturbing turn.
Was it actually group suicide?
Yeah, probably not. I mean, you can commit suicide any old time you want. It's actually kind of tricky when you got one of these guys in your head. You can take quite a beating, actually. It takes some dedicated work to kill yourself. I remember back when, what was his name? The Axe Hole, I think he called himself? Yeah, I remember he tried to behead himself on a bandsaw. It took him 20 minutes. He never did get there. He's dead now, though. Died in that fire back in 28. Anyway.
How old are you? 28.
Anyway, is there anything else you want?
No, I
No,
think
seriously.
you've given us a lot to work with.
How old is
Sure.
he?
Meet your associate and
Back in 28.
Yes.
Anyway, well, if
Guys,
there's anything else you need, feel free to
No,
stop by
I haven't
again.
seen it, but I'm
Not
not
like you're
there.
doing anything else.
alrighty then.
he's over 80.
Could be.
Probably. Well,
Over 90. It's 2015 now.
Yeah.
He didn't say he knew that guy.
No.
He just said that was one of the members of Frisky Decade.
Yeah.
They've
Good.
been around for a while.
Self-help.
Their membership roster kind of rotates.
Fair.
Guess we're kind of the new Trisky Deca. Sort of.
Alright.
Yeah, well, oh yeah, some other thing. The guys in there, they're all sort of like a little family.
Ah. Okay.
I don't think they like each other much, though.
Alright.
Meanwhile, your demon is going, "Fuck you, Frank!" Your demon is actually just laughing hysterically. Because
his sibling is locked up in some guy who's trying to get right with God. Haha, sucks to be you, bro.
Good job.
Alright.
So you gonna take your leave?
Yeah, I take my leave.
You can get checked out. Make your way, meet up with the rest of the group again. Well, the ones who are there anyway.
Yep.
It's at this point you realize that George is actually sleeping.
You weren't listening to the whole conversation?
Listening
Were you at least keeping an eye out for
I
people
kind of thought
that
you would have
might...
been like relaying.
Well, I was at
information.
first, but I have to have my eyes closed the whole time. No.
Specifies
I would have like.
you have to have your eyes closed to be decently relaxed.
Yeah. I was like every
It's
now and
after a
then.
while,
I
it's
just,
like being in a sunbeam, you just slip away.
every now and then I just kick her in the shin to make sure she's still awake.
Anyway, so it is nearly 10 o'clock.
Wow.
So next session, you guys can feel free to take the week to come up with some evil plans of what to do with your free time. You will be meeting Mac Jaffrey,
Yeah.
and he will have a little task for you to do as well.
So, you're my demon.
For the time being.
Yeah, can I, let's see. I did steal a gun that I didn't really need.
You didn't steal it.
You signed it out.
You got handed one.
You signed it out and everything.
I tried to steal a
see.
book, but that didn't quite work out.
I didn't steal anything. I went on the air.
I don't really see anything here. You didn't steal anything, didn't betray someone, didn't make someone your minion, and steal, didn't gloat in victory, didn't really humiliate anyone. Certainly didn't kill anybody.
Damn.
And nothing. You can make an argument for repentance, though.
I should have had somebody punch themselves in the dick when I was demonstrating my powers. That would
Yeah,
have
I
had
know. That's why I'm like, punch yourself in the groin.
Yeah, I don't have any. I'm too virtuous.
Give it time.
Yep.
Could me talking about getting the equipment for the school be considered gloating in victory?
He didn't really gloat.
He was being casually smug.
I'd allow it.
That's quite a stretch. So, are you agreeing with the casually smug?
They gloat about being on the air again.
Yeah.
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Espionage.
And I gloat
Okay.
about being on the air again.
No.
Being casually smug about
Well, what do
the
you
fact that
think?
apparently I'm the
Are
only
you
one who
able
got
to
this
think
villainy
of
thing
anything?
down.
Well,
Are you sure you have it down, though,
Well,
really?
no, not really.
you
I'm the only one who seems to be.
Yeah, you haven't really done anything last time. This time.
I know I didn't get
Clearly,
any.
you guys need to deliberately be bigger assholes.
I'm working on it. I'm working on
I'm
it.
too
Also,
nice.
keep in mind at this point, you can remove 2 dots from any tactic and add a dot to a strategy. It does not have to be a virtuous
Now,
strategy.
question: what happens if I reach 5 greed, for example, and then I earn more greed? What happens then?
You gain a point of cunning.
Okay, so there's really no point in me. Oh wait, I wouldn't do that anyway. I'd do it from the good side to the bad side. Right. But I could spend my generosity and knowledge to get a point in patience.
Generosity and knowledge? Yep, you could do that. You could also spend it to get a point in cunning. It just has to be from the same, rank. It doesn't have to be from the same side. And you do have to explain why you're getting a point of that.
Yeah. Okay. I think right now, actually, my evil skills are quite useful as they are. I want to have some generosity and some knowledge. If
So
I
how do
ever
I
want to
get
make
greed?
it
I steal stuff, but I only have 1 greed.
Yeah.
That's only if you're trying to steal
I
something
think you're
sneakily. If you just kick someone in the crotch and take their wallet,
Yeah.
Cruel.
you're rolling a very different pool to do that.
Yeah.
You could also just dead ringer and just walk over to their locker and empty it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can't.
Anyway, you guys having fun with this thus far?
Oh, actually, 100% for sure. I feel like so far this is the easiest character I've ever played.
I like how long your subplot took. It was
So
hilarious.
sorry, I'm
It's
so
fucking
sorry.
hilarious,
I
though.
take forever to decide things.
Yeah.
That's why I'm much better at play by post games because I can think about my decisions before I make them.
I thought mine was going to go a little longer. I would have set that nightclub on fire.
Toxic Acid can actually tell you one other thing, because his demon recognized your demon,
Yeah.
which means he can tell you what member of Chris Hideki your demon was previously in.
Yeah.
It was previously in the Alliterative Avenger.
The alliterative Avenger.
Yep.
By the way,
Guy who rhymes all the time.
do we know, the demon that we're playing, do we get to know what...
The demons know, yeah.
Yeah, do, we, the players of the demons, get to know what our demon knows was their previous host? Assuming we don't
Demon
know.
wouldn't give that information up for nothing.
Yeah.
So when the
If
time
you try
arises
to,
and you want
if you wheel and deal and ask your demon, you can get that information.
I'm not wondering what the demon in my person is. I'm wondering what the demon I'm playing for Vivian was previously in.
Your demon knows.
Do I,
as
that
a player?
demon, get to know?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because that's functionally identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's assuming
Like,
I would
metagame
not
wise,
tell
so.
Vivian. I'd probably do it by accident.
Alrighty.
I just really appreciate that my character has absolutely no honesty.
I'm pathologically incapable of telling the truth. Honest, officer. It's not my fault. It's a condition I have.
No, you can't tell the truth. So obviously, it's not like I have some sort of pathological need to tell lies, officer.
You can still tell the truth, it's just no one believes you. You're just really bad at telling the truth. You're like Cassandra.
Why did that become such a popular name after the Trojan War?
That's quite the reminder, yeah, there. Do
Do not forget to bring powers. All the way across the bottom of my planner.
Stylized scroll text.
Did it work?
It's usually for things like work, but this time it was bring planner, or bring powers. And it worked. It's in my purse, but he's not getting it back today. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
As it turns out, it's not funny.
The only person who cares is actually Corey, just because he wants to read it.
Sorry, bro.
Sucks to be you.
Pretty much. Don't know if you noticed, I'm kind of a bitch.
Actually, I haven't noticed.
Oh, okay.
Clearly you need to try harder.
Let's think it's harder. I
Just
like
need to
that
crank that bitch knob up.
guy.
Does it go to 11?
Oh,